We grew up on television. The tube was our babysitter, guide us through the tube, moral sent by transmitter. This is where you go to get down to the know about great TV shows all on one show. It's time for some TGIF right here on Pop Culture Minefield. Thank God it's Friday on Pop Culture Minefield. Thank God it's Friday on Pop Culture Minefield. Thank God it's Friday on Pop Culture Minefield.
My God, that is an awesome opening tune.
I like it.
It's very jaunty, you know. So, well, welcome to TGIF.
Music like that makes your ass dance.
Yeah, my butt dance. You've seen it. It's like just like scooting around.
Yep.
So, but we are talking, of course, about the great series, House of the Dragon. We will be covering it week to week until the end of the season, episode 8. So, looking forward to that.
Which means 4 more episodes after this one. Yay!
Just so you know, the master of ceremonies for this show really is Anima, because Anima is really into this. Sadly, now Keith is here, thank God. But Loki can't be here. He's still got the problems with power up. That, you know, everybody send your positive thoughts out there to those folks suffering out there. I was so distraught when he told me that all their food that was in the fridge was ruined.
Yeah, but I mean,
storms.
Other than that, and their fence, everything is okay. That's what matters. They are okay, so is the house.
They're okay, but look, food is, thanks to a certain person right now, food is really expensive. I remember back when, just a handful of years ago, and I'm talking about like under 5 years, $290 would get me a full basket of groceries. You walk out of there with half a basket today. And so all that food he lost, plus they had to stay in a hotel for a brief respite. And all that food was destroyed in his fridge. They have no power still and not sure when they're going to get it. So Loki's in a bad spot right now. And so he, you know, if you can send your positive thoughts and prayers, man, please do. Loki is a dear friend, and I miss him when he's not able to talk on our shows about stuff because he loves this show too. Now, I love this show. I really do. But it's not one of those things that really sticks in my fucking head. So I rely wholly on Anima to be our fact person about this show because she really gets all that information. She's a trivial person. I'm a big picture person.
I don't know how I remember stuff from 2 years ago, and then I'm forgetting trailers that we watched.
Yeah, you can't even remember movies we watch. Did we watch that? I don't remember that. Did we watch that? I don't recall that. You know, and I'm like, yes, we just fucking watched it. You know, but man, when you get on the Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, you are on it. And
somebody asked me the other day, how many years before Game of Thrones are we in House of the Dragon? And I was like, out of the blue, 172. And then I was like, I'm going to look this up. Yeah, so the beginning of House of the Dragon is 172 years before Daenerys is born. How do I remember that? After 2 years, after moving across countries. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just there.
I don't know.
It's coming on
So,
back.
hey, I see that Tim is here, so I'm going to give Tim his video. Hello.
By what name are you known?
There are some who call me...
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh my God. What do you do?
I did that for
It's
Tim.
not his video anymore. And then
No, what I did is I have another video I uploaded. Surprise, motherfucker! I've always loved that video. Surprise, motherfucker! Here's some fries, motherfucker.
Bananas.
Eat some pies, motherfucker. I always love that video. And Penny is here, of course. Greetings, Penny. Hell to
Hi,
all of you. And as I said, anybody watching right now, please remember, send out your good thoughts to our dear friend, because Loki's situation is he's not the only one. There's thousands of people down there suffering right now. So anyway, this show really is Anima's show for when we're dealing with this program.
No pressure.
So there is no pressure. This is your show, because this is the show you know better than I do.
I'd still prefer to actually have time to prepare before doing this.
And I'm just here pushing buttons, man. Just pushing buttons.
I'm just
Well,
a push in the buttons,
you keep
eh?
Give me the dead air in that
Now I'm Italian. Okay.
Hey, Pasquale. Escuch, testedora.
And that, you guys, is
No.
supposed to be Italian. I'm sorry.
It's Italian, but I don't know. I hear
New Yorker
the nun say-
Italian.
I hear the nun say it to me when she's whacking me. So
It's American
she beat those
Italian.
words into me.
No, it's
She was
New
Italian.
Yorker Italian.
No, she was from Italy.
Mm.
So
And you
I
remember
was
it,
talking
yeah.
about
I
your
may not
accent.
be saying it perfectly, but she did, and I know she did because she was one of those people that hit on the consonant. You know what I'm talking about? Don't
Yeah.
do that again.
Italian people are very musical, so yeah, of course you would.
Very much about their hands, and she was
Oh,
very
that
much
too.
about whacking me. She would whack me with a yardstick. She whacked me with a ruler. She whacked me with a chalk stick. Yeah, I'm just telling you, man.
And I'm pretty
Having
sure you deserve every whacking.
I was just going to say, having been with Gary for 2 years, he probably needed it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, when I was younger, I was actually a lot nicer. I wasn't so mean with my humor.
Oh shit,
But-
I met him too late.
My problem was I was overly emphatic, and I would, because I was so emphatic, basically they thought I was being sarcastic, and I wasn't. I was just being emphatic, and
And a
I would
dick.
get whacked for it because they thought I was just being a sarcastic little shit, and I'm like, no, I meant it. So, but anyway, welcome everybody to TGIF. This is the show where we talk about our favorite TV shows, past, present, potentially future, but I don't know. I haven't done that yet. I believe there will be a show. Anyway, no, you'll hear news. We might actually talk about stuff, but mostly it's just about present shows and past shows. And I took this away from doing news because I just can't do that on my own. It took too much research. I'm doing too much work during the week, and I couldn't keep up. So we moved to doing these TV shows, and I think it's fun. I really do. I'm hoping everybody enjoys it.
Yeah, yes, I prefer doing shows too because, man, we're not getting precisely too much good news as of late. So
That's sadly true.
I prefer having a fun Friday and not again Friday.
Not again Friday.
Yes.
That's a new category of Friday.
Not again Friday. I'll have to remember that one. Not again. So we're going to be talking about House of Dragon episode 4. It was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that.
Best so far, in my opinion.
So get into the basic summary of what happened in this episode.
Well, they promised us a dragon combat about halfway through the season, and bam, do we get it? Oh boy.
Yeah, I really liked watching that behind the scenes video of how they pulled some of that shit off. That was pretty incredible.
Hold on. I
Yeah,
still
because
I can
dragons
put
are
it.
not easy creatures to make obey the commands on camera.
No, it's
And I-
fascinating to see how they did it. And
Well, the visual fight choreographer that was designing the fight actually used predator birds when they fight in the air.
Mm.
It's an example of how to do this, like hawks and eagles, and when they combat in the air, and that's what he wanted to go for in this, and it's really something amazing. I was impressed with the visual effects on this episode, and they didn't hide it in darkness, and I like that. It was battle during the day.
yeah, they did us a solid because Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon so far, they like to fight at night. Not this time. Even though the fire would have been more impressive at night, maybe.
No,
But
no.
anyway, it's pretty impressive as is. I put the link to that making of video in the chat. Go watch it. It's amazing.
It's really good. And Keith, are you here yet? Because I know he's here, but he's not here. Did he fall asleep? I wonder. Because it's
He's
middle
giving
of
us
the day.
You
the
told-
silent
You
treatment.
told he weren't going to. He wasn't going to make it. So I was like, oh.
But then he
Nice.
messaged me, "Hey, I want to be there." So here, I'm going to give him a call. You guys go ahead and continue talking. I'll give him a call.
Did you watch the episode, Martin?
Oh, not really, but I have to assemble the slides for the slideshow, and you can have.
Hello.
Hey, hello, kid.
Yeah, I'm joining you right now.
I'm so glad you made it.
You got to hear me having a conversation with him.
Well, yeah.
Hey man, you joining us? Yeah, I'm here.
That's Keith.
So Keith,
Howdy doody.
she was just talking about it, and I mentioned, watching the behind the scenes video, which is in the chat. If you want to watch that video, you need to see that video, how they did this episode. It's incredible what they did. This show is making Game of Thrones look like first grade versus high school.
Yes.
Kindergarten, because it's done so much
No, the
better.
thing you can't really compare is they didn't have dragons anymore in Game of Thrones.
No, the
Dragons
battles
to
are
war
even better, is what I'm talking about. Their battles
It is, yes.
are
but
incredible. Not hidden
now
in
with
shadow, where
dragons,
you
that's
you missed it because you didn't fix your contrast on your TV, blaming the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
also,
this was a
they had
daytime
lot
battle,
more extras.
and it was intense.
We have a
They
bridge.
had so many extras. They had costume departments working on details. Like, holy shit. How much work went into this?
Well,
Go
it's
watch
one
that
of the
making
things
of.
about the show that one can expect quality, because everybody that works on it is some of the people that were still left behind from the previous show. Not everybody, but quite a few. And so you have an award-winning group of people who, A, are used to working together, and B, have gotten used to expecting quality. And at least for
Absolutely.
this particular team, they know that they could be judged on what they've done in the past. And it's a lot to live up to, even though,
Well, they're doing a
This-
better job than Benioff and Weiss. They're
well,
absolutely.
that's a low bar. But I mean, overall, you have to at least take a little pride in your work, which is something that I personally believe that not a lot of people do when it comes to certain projects. And while this particular story takes place before the last one, you've had people that have been together quite a while. So there's an expectation of a level of professionalism and of results. And that is really what the industry needs right now. You need that. You need people who will show up and try to outdo themselves. That's always a good thing.
Now, which team are you on? Are you Team Green or Team Black?
Ah,
Didn't we do
Yeah,
this
last
last time I was
time.
on?
Well, I'm never gonna let it go.
You're never gonna
Dude.
let that go. Thank you, Ann Sarnoff.
If you need to ask that question, you need to change the tinting of your monitor.
All right, hey, I gotta put this video up real quick. Hold on, guys.
I think they left.
And if zombies do get in, Louise will protect us with her amazing archery skills.
Yeah, but we really don't know how to kill them yet. Maybe they love being shot by arrows. Maybe it's like a deep tissue massage for them.
Oh no, isn't there a back door? Should we barricade that?
It's steel and locked. I checked it.
There you go, Tim. So
Anyway,
getting into it, you two.
I'm always with the team that is the coolest, and that's as far as I'll go.
That's the blacks. That's always the blacks. They're
Absolutely.
always
That's right.
cool.
Yeah, I'm on Damon's team.
Goddamn right. He can appear so heroic and then be such a fucking grotesquely evil motherfucker.
Yes,
And I love that about him.
I loved his entrance in Harrenhal in the last episode.
Oh yeah.
But when he says, "I'm taking over this castle," and the old guy says, "Apparently so." Great fucking scene.
Hey, Lee is here. Lee Anthony Davis,
Hi.
welcome.
you know,
Hey.
Tim is here. Tim is here too.
you gotta love the fact that Matt Smith seems to be having the time of his life in terms of not only being on a popular show, but really, I think, enjoying the part. And that's really what you want for any performer that's a part of any show, unlike a lot of the people who have been in the most recent versions of Star Trek. But
Not memorable.
Well, the
Yeah.
cast are all friends. They get along greatly. And Matt Smith had such a great time with Millie because she's back. And she's doing it perfectly. Like, she has these long scenes where she speaks only High Valyrian and she doesn't even stumble.
Wow.
So once the two of them are on a roll, I don't think they ever need to like cut down on a scene and do it again. They just let them go. It's
Mhm.
amazing to watch these two. Even more when they do interviews.
Again, I'm gonna put it out there. For the people that are doing this, if Matt Smith doesn't at least get a nomination for the Emmys, you guys are just jerks.
I just asked one
Absolutely.
thing on his butt. So far this season, we've been lucky.
No, I think he's done. The young guys took over, and I think we've seen enough of young Targaryen asses too now. Instead, we got the
I hope
BJ
so.
last episode. Like,
Oh my God. Yeah. Did you catch that? Keith,
What?
there's
in the
fucking
brothel
full on
scene.
giving a blowjob. Like head moving, penis out, going down on it.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit. Oh my God. I hope Martin caught that and blocked it. And luckily,
We skipped over the whole scene.
without him even trying, it got skipped. Thank God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was terrified that would pop up on our screen.
That would have been bad.
Wow. You almost need to have a bone chicka bow wow button on your
Bow wow. That's a
I
good
like
idea.
that idea.
I'm going to do
He
something about it
probably
right
has
now.
that. In fact,
No,
Steven has
we
fun,
We need
sound
a
effects.
recording of kids saying a la Barry White, "Bomb chicky bow wow."
Boom, chicka, bow, wow.
Yes. Let's do that.
Oh, it's always fun. Look, again, you got to understand. I think everybody working on this show, from really the highest paid down to the lowest paid, I think everybody's having the time of their life, and you can tell. It helps being on a show that not only they're spending a lot of money on, although not the most. Isn't that right, Acolyte? And you can tell that everybody's also just having a good time and really getting into what they're doing. That always makes a difference. This is a well-oiled machine. And I'm hard pressed to find any show remotely like this where they're having as good a time as as everyone working on this show. So,
And here comes the slideshow.
Hey.
I don't think we had any graphic nudity this week. Thank
No.
God.
Just sheer
Well,
violence.
Yeah, unless you count burnt people and amputees and a person falling to dust when being
Yeah, they
touched.
hired amputees. They hired amputees
Yeah.
to come in.
wow.
Because the dragons were going at each other in the air and dragon blood burns. So the soldiers on the ground were burned by blood, smashed by dragons, killed by fire, all the shenanigans, all the fun.
I guess that's this week's word, shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Oh,
have a
run the
clip
video,
of
run the
that, too.
video.
Run the clip.
Which one?
Shenanigans.
I forgot what that one is.
Don't tell me we deleted it.
That's
Where's it
one
at? I don't
that's-
even know which video.
that
You know where it
shouldn't
is.
get-
You do it.
No, I don't know.
It's called Shenanigans. Oh, it's the one from Super Troopers. Say Super Troopers,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Like, I would remember
Okay.
what that's from.
But our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really. Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks? You mean shenanigans? No! You're talking about shenanigans, right?
Put those away!
That's the best part of the whole movie.
I love that when
And handing him the pistol. That's great. Oh, we
I
have a
gotta admit, I
question.
really like the
Appreciate it.
intro to this show because right there where it goes right across his neck. I was like,
Yeah, that
that's
was
interesting.
new last week. They didn't have any changes this week though. I watched it very closely a couple times.
Oh, next week, yeah, I think there will be changes.
Oh, they have to. After what happened, they have to.
Okay.
Lee,
We need-
that is impossible to answer. They all do. They really all do.
Do I have it?
By the way, I do have something for you now. Here you go, Keith.
That's pretty good.
That's great.
Okay, and Lee, every time somebody asks something like this is the only thing I can think about.
You never know when some lunatic will come along with a sadistic choice.
I mean,
So, which do you think is the best, most powerful performance in this show
So far,
overall? Yeah,
overall. Oh, geez.
this season.
oof.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, man. Everybody's bringing it. Everybody is good. I don't think one cast member this season is doing Kurtzman Trek level acting.
No.
So I think everybody's just bringing it. They're earning their paychecks.
Yeah, I think Eve Best, who we lose this episode, has delivered probably one of the best performances in the overall series.
I've loved her from the beginning.
As Princess, what
character
is it?
is just
Princess Rhaenyra or
Rhaenys.
Rhaenyra? I forget. Yeah, she's been one of the best characters, and we have to let go of her this episode. In the last moments of the show, she sacrifices herself and dies with her dragon.
And all the
Yeah, read
actors
the
were so
spoiler.
sad, but she said it right. She said it in an interview. If you go out like that, that was an awesome ending to my character.
That's
And
the way to
she's
go
so-
out. Yeah, she said that in an
Yes.
interview. That's the way you want to
Absolutely
go
right.
out, with a fucking dragon.
Okay, we should mention how we opened this episode, because we are in King's Landing in the throne room, and Damon is there, and so you immediately know that's a dream, because he's in Harrenhal, he's not there, and then he sees Rhaenyra on the throne, which is remember that scene when he is on the throne and Rhaenyra comes in and they speak in High Valyrian, beginning of the first season. So this is reversed now, and she speaks High Valyrian sitting on the throne, and he can't understand her and gets angry because he knows I should understand that language. And in the end, he beheads her. And her head still keeps talking, which is fucking weird. And also, she's
Yeah.
wearing the crown, and she's also clothed like present day Rhaenyra. All these give away that it's a dream immediately. And it's like, yeah, he keeps losing his mind, it seems.
Yeah, good luck trying to kill your harasser in a dream. Yeah.
It's an intense scene, but it's good. Because she's teasing him. Yeah, he is still in Harrenhal trying to fix an army, fix the castle, make a plan. And he's still fucking up how to address him. Also, can we mention that part of this family is named after fucking Muppets? Grover, Oscar, like, really? Why? He's not the most creative with names, and then he goes Muppets. What happened there? What did he smoke? Jeebus might know. Once Grover came out, I was like, are you kidding me? I don't even know the Muppets that well, but weird.
Well, not that the Targaryen are very. I mean, the names of the Targaryen women in this series, in the show, I can't remember which is which.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, there's so much alike. There is something variation of ra sound. Raneri, radia, rada, ra. Oh my! I can't. I'm too old.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's really intentional. Like Aemond and Daemon. Aemond looks like he could be his son. So yeah, go ahead and play.
He really does.
with Lex.
He really does.
I still
I
wouldn't be
also like
surprised
that
if they
scene
reveal it.
in one of the dream sequences where he's wearing the patch. Matt is.
Oh, that was so weird. When he's walking through Harrenhal Castle. I think that was the last episode.
Yeah.
Or is it this one?
I
And you
think
see him
that
follow.
dream was last episode.
Yeah, he's following a person with long white hair with Targaryen, and then he turns around and you think like, oh, it's Aemond. But then I went back and it was, whoa, it's him wearing Aemond's patch. Like, why? And they don't even explain it because like that the scene is over.
Well,
And then you see how cold and heartless he can be because he suggests to the kid, you better speed up your grandpa's passing so you can take over and make decisions. Because grandpa is apparently almost in a coma, but not dead yet. Damon doesn't have time for that. He needs the kid to be the boss of the house, and the kid isn't going to take over as long as grandpa is alive. Grover. So
And this
that's-
episode it leads to a decision I think is probably going to be the better decision because of the war, the battle.
the battle itself escalates.
Well, in the conclusion of the battle, a decision is made in that department. And you'll get to it. I don't want to ruin it right now.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
I'm not. What did I just fucking say? Jesus fucking Christ. It's like
I know
and then you
I
repeat
know
the
you
opposite
love
of
how
what
I
I
say
just
that
said.
word. I know you love how I say that word. That's why I repeated it. Go off camera.
Fucking
Go off
Germans.
camera. Go. Fuck off. Oh, dude. That's it. I'm out.
Go on.
No.
You were explaining.
I don't want to.
No.
Okay. Here we meet a character who apparently is the one who pulled Corlys out of the water when he went overboard, deadly wounded. And we don't know yet, but the way Rhaenys talks about his mother, and she forgives him, I'm pretty sure he's Corlys' bastard son. And she's fine with it because he saved Corlys' life. And it's not his fault to be the person he is because his parents fucked and she got pregnant. So again, she's proving what a great and strong character she is, what a great being. She's not getting upset over this because A, it's in the past, and B, that quote unquote mistake that Corlys made saved his life. So who is she to be angry with that guy who hasn't any fault in this and probably doesn't know himself? But the way she strokes his face, I'm pretty sure she knows that there's a tie between him and Corlys. I forgot his name, unfortunately.
Hello,
One
War
thing
Monkey.
I do want to point out is
Yeah,
in
War
that,
Monkey.
by the way, in that dream scene where they brought what's her name back again, Millie Alcock,
Mhm.
and he speaks high. What is it? High Targaryen? Is that what she's
Hi,
speaking?
hi Valyrian.
Valerian.
High Valyrian. And the thing, even the directors and producers were impressed that she did it so flawlessly. She had been gone for
Yeah.
a while and came back and did that scene and just blew their mind how she
Because
delivered those
to her,
lines.
it was like she never has been away. She just slipped back effortlessly. I'm so impressed by that young actor, really.
Yeah, I kind of
Well,
wish they found a way to age her so she could continue playing because I like her better than Darcy, the one that plays her now.
Oh, Emma, yeah.
just-
but
That's
she
what
doesn't
good
look
writing.
older than back then. 2 years and she hasn't aged at all.
What, Keith, you say about good writing?
That's the power of good writing.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
And it's something that not a lot of other shows do not have this level of writing. Okay, I'm not just like, taking on and making light of even the normal shows I do that with. I mean, overall, this is powerfully good writing. And this shows something that with this season, it shows that in greenlighting this series and hiring the people that they have, HBO continues to prove that they believe in quality. And it's another example of what they are putting forth, given what is asked of them of the audience. If you're an HBO subscriber, you are wanting excellence. You're expecting it. And they're delivering. Unlike, say, people are getting with certain shows on Disney Plus.
Right.
So, isn't that right, Acolyte?
I love how you can do a show talking about this amazing series and just on the go shit on all the shit that they put out right now.
Well, I'd mention a certain show. I'd mention a certain show on Amazon, but I get tired of just punching down because literally it is now down. Even though they spent more money on that show than this one, it's punching.
That is really
down.
what it's like. It's like somebody is already beat up so badly, they're on the road and they just keep talking shit to you. And it's like, dude, hitting you is just not worth it anymore. You're doing more damage to yourself than anybody. It's so fucking bad.
It is. It's sad. It truly is sad. I feel bad because that Amazon show. I mean, the people who make this show could do so much with that money. I mean, look at what we're getting.
Yeah, this is
super chat.
Oh, hey, for not $9.99, 9 quids and 99 pence. Here's a super chat donation to your show because you're always fair with me on the questions. Well, we love you, Lee. You're a good dude. On the
Yeah.
question as well as the good sections you do here, including Military Monday and the brilliant guest host. Absolutely. And by the way, we're going to be doing a special show soon. It'll be in August, August 10th. The Chief will be joining us on Saturday because we're going to be talking about the French Connection. And the Chief being, former chief of, well, he's not chief of police. He's the chief of the Sheriff's Department of Los Angeles for years, and he retired. And he's going to be joining us to talk about that film, about the realism, the real cops that were involved with the actual French Connection that the movie is based on. Because technically there was no Popeye, but there was Doyle is the real cop. And that even though the film had a sequel called The French Connection 2, technically the real sequel is the film The 7-Ups, again with Roy Scheider playing the same character in a different film, even though technically they're not in the same universe.
Yep.
Technically, but they are, because it's the same cop. And The 7-Up's a great fucking movie too. So anyway, Lee, I hope you were able to join us on that. Military Monday is always going to be about military films. And really, even though Anima is there and Martin is there, it is really my idea of doing a show talking about military films and shows from a veteran's perspective. And it always has been that way. But I love having these guys there. And I always say, look, this show is for veterans and for those who love veterans. And I would say Martin and Anima love veterans. So
thank you, Lee, also for perusing my show on Thursdays. You are always welcome to ask any questions and, various other things. So
there you go. Oh,
wasn't it Military Monday when he came in?
Don't ever say and anything you want to do. No, don't ever say that.
Okay, I retract that.
Always keep it to the questions, man.
Yeah, careful.
Give Lee his video.
Hold on, wasn't
War
he
Monkey
part
is
of a
here
raid
too.
this Military Monday, Gary?
War Monkey is here too, by the way.
Oh, yep.
So let me get him
He's
a
been here for
video.
a couple minutes. We need a War Monkey to talk about war.
Wait, I want to play a different one. I want to go to TGIF. There we go. Here is your video. I can't get enough of that video. That's so fucking cool. Thank you, Lee. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. All the support from all you guys. And again, I want to point it out that Loki's not with us this week because Loki is without power. So many in that area were devastated by the storm. And please say your prayers for him. Send out your positive vibes and good thoughts because and if you can help in any other way, please do. I'm certain that there are charities. I've not looked into that, and maybe I should. But the fact is they're devastated down there. And having been in positions like that before, because we got hit by tornadoes. I've been in so many tornadoes, it's ridiculous. And that one that hit Joplin devastated that city, just destroyed it. Keith knows, he's been there. And there's whole blocks of blocks, nothing on them. They're empty lots now. Used to be houses and businesses. Because the fickle finger of fate, the end of that tornado, decided to just zigzag through that fucking town.
Nice callback, dude.
The fickle finger of fate. I've always referred to tornadoes as the fickle finger of fate, man. It's what it is. Man, scary shit. And
it is.
One of the worst ones I ever went through, it went, they said about 100 feet over our house because there was a hill right before the house and it was like a ramp and it caused the tornado to go up over us and 3 houses down came back down. 3 houses down from us, and it's just started ripping through the neighborhoods and destroyed Champaign, Illinois. And the town next to it was completely wiped out. Nothing survived that storm in that town.
Nothing to mess with. Tornadoes are nothing to mess with, man. They are no joke.
That's why I always, my favorite thing to do, by the way, is go to movie theaters during a storm because A lot of those theaters foundation, you end up being partially underground the way they're designed for going down into the theater. And going in there just always felt safer because of the way they're designed with reinforced steel and brick most of the time, or concrete.
Which is what ended up happening to me for one of the worst tornadoes to ever hit this town. And my brother and I were at a movie theater downtown.
Which brother?
My twin brother. So.
Oh, your twin.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
We were at the Old Fox.
Oh, downtown.
We were in the middle of watching Raiders of the Lost Ark. And they stopped the movie at the beginning of Indy being found trying to get inside the submarine. And they stopped the movie at that point to get everybody into the basement.
Oh my God, I want this. Oh my God, Keith. How much is this?
Oh, did you see it?
Oh my God. How much is this?
$600.
Yeah, over six.
Oh
just
my
over
God,
600.
I will never be able to afford that. Oh my God. Somebody in the audience, buy that from me. That's incredible. We got to share that, dude. Share that.
Yeah, I will.
This is incredible. Oh my God, the lights on this thing.
And
yeah,
they sort of give you a hint on that website that the shuttle area also will open up. Then it includes the Vulcan shuttle to go with it.
Oh, and it docks on the back of the Enterprise, though, up by the bridge. Because a lot of people don't know that it's got a shuttle dock up there, locks up right to the back of the bridge.
But I just don't know if the shuttle portion of it can actually dock on the side. But
oh my God, you've got mode select, you've got fire control. Oh my God,
dude, I'm gonna change.
Engines.
I'm gonna change the layout.
Ridiculous. This is insane. This is a gorgeous model.
Babe.
The only thing I don't like is you can see the individual lights on the nacelles.
The only thing
because that was something a lot of people didn't know for a long time that lit up. And for some reason, we never got the lit version in the original release of the motion picture or Wrath-A-Con.
It's just, it is one of the most gorgeous ships in film history.
Yes, it is.
Nothing against any of the other ships, but wow. Just wow.
There's the shuttle.
The Surak.
Man,
it just takes me back to that movie. And they've done such an amazing job on this. It just takes me right back to the film. Tommy doing it again and celebrating 100 years. Wow.
That's incredible, dude. By the way, just off the subject, then we got to get back to the show here. Did anybody see the special video that Rick Astley put out?
Oh my God, no.
Where he redid the lyrics to the song. Then I'm gonna give you up. Then I'm gonna let you down. Then I'm gonna run around with dessert spoons.
Wow.
Hold on.
So he's boofed himself?
Then it's him. Then I'm gonna make you cry. Then I'm gonna say goodbye. Then I'm gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Wow.
Holy shit, 20
It's right
pounds?
here. I am putting it in the chat. Here you go, guys. This video is worth the price of admission. Rick Astley singing the song with updated lyrics.
Wow.
It's fucking awesome, dude. There it is. It's in the chat now. I'll put it in the private chat here too.
Thank you very much.
because I love Rick Astley, man.
He's
I
a
couldn't
cool
believe
dude.
that little scrawny ginger had that fucking voice back in the 80s. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That's a white dude.
And
Never gonna, he's got that low voice. Never gonna, yeah. I was like, that's got to be a black dude. What? Get the fuck out of
Yeah, that's what we like to call a PD voice.
here.
translation, please.
Blank dropper. What do women wear? We call those
Panty droppers. Come on, Martin. There she is. God, she is so awesome in this show. I gotta say, she's probably my favorite character on the show. That's why this episode is so devastating.
And we missed a lot when you guys derailed.
I apologize. It's my fault.
I paused it.
Well, all the roads lead to Star Trek here. Everybody knows that. Anyway,
I mean, we're not as bad as some people.
Yeah, no. So Kristen and his guys are moving during the night now because Bela scared them bad. And she's defending herself. Yeah, you say to observe, and that's what she did. And the only valid information that they have about what Kristen is doing, they have because of her. Because she was patrolling on her dragon. Yeah, she overdid it a little. She got a little cheeky and scared them and had fun doing it. But yeah, she got valid information. So don't shit on her. And on the other side, Egon is getting restless because nobody in the council seems to listen to him. And he's annoyed. He wants action. And everybody just seems to be stalling. And Release, of course, is still trying to avoid dragon combat. Because, as pointed out in earlier episodes, she is the voice of reason here. And she's seen a lot. I mean, she's been a dragon rider for 40 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Malaise has seen her battles. So, if that can be avoided, let's try.
Yeah. And I love the
Hello,
mixture
Aaron
of
Baker.
live location and CG matte paintings are just so well done in this series.
The matte paintings are beautiful. They're calling her the whore of Dragonstone now. And of course, that's going to upset people who still believe that she is the right heir to the throne. Because somebody says it earlier. I think it is isn't it Alistan who says that the people believing that Aegon is the true king will believe whatever our side says, and the people who believe Rhaenyra is the heir to the throne are going to believe what they say. So it's split in two anyway. So both sides are now trying to get as many undecided people on their sides as possible.
Simple.
And this
Give
guy
the
is
throne
not
to
having
the-
it.
My solution is simple. Just give the throne to Daemon. And end of discussion.
He's just the king consort. Because I think even he believes that Viserys wanted Rhaenyra to be the queen.
Yeah.
And what I really like about that scene is that, what's his name? He calls Kristen Cole the kingmaker. And that is a heavy accusation because by saying that, he completely shits on Aegon's right to the throne. Because he wouldn't be there if Kristen hadn't made him the king. He crowned him, remember? So he now has the name the kingmaker, and it's not a good one. And of course, he beheads the dude for that. But he was never going to go to Aegon's side. He was Team Rhaenyra till the end, insulting him as long as he could. And this is where he gets a message again. He has an informant somewhere. Informant or spy, you don't know, but he got a message.
He
like
has
that
to
in
because he
the
keeps.
previous
As
episode.
soon as something happens, he gets a message.
He gets a message. Yeah, that's right. And we find out who that might be pretty soon. which of course
I didn't
pisses
catch-
off Egon even more.
I didn't catch who it might be. Who was it that you think it is?
Aemond. Aemond and Sir
Oh,
Kristen have
really?
been talking the whole time. How else would Aemond know what to do, what he does? In the end, deciding that final battle. They have been talking all the time. Also, it comes out in a meeting. The one where where he starts insulting his brother by talking Valyrian. We are here you see Aegon getting very upset with his council because nobody seems to listen to him or care what he thinks. They're just plotting away. And this dude, the weasel, now being way more important than he should be, it's his castle, Harrenhal. But he doesn't want to have to do anything with them because he knows that they've all rejected him because he had a little something to do with that fire, remember? And also he thinks that castle is more damaged than I am, which is true. He just has a clump. The castle is basically a ruin. The next move is Rook's Rest. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's right on the coast across from Dragonstone. They're cutting them off from the mainland. So I pulled up a map, and that's what it is. It's a tiny castle. So to Aegon, it seems insignificant. He wants Harrenhal. Harrenhal is big, and it's Larys's home. So he wants to use Larys as his way there. But as I said, he has cut off everything. He says, yeah, I'll hold that money, but that's all. This castle is broken. It's shit. Forget it. Let's do the other thing. And Aegon is the only one saying, no, I want Harrenhal, and stumps his foot, and nobody listens to him. And I love when he just walks out the room and they just keep talking. Like nothing happened. The king leaves the council meeting and everybody just keeps making their plans. And Aemond is just proving that he would be a much better king. He thinks about strategies and stuff. Aemond is just a hothead. Welcome to the team, Dr. Manhattan.
I can't stand Alicent.
Nobody can here, but be on the other
Aaron
side.
Baker
that's
is
fine.
here too, and our good friend E. Clay Thompson's here. Looking to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Good, got everybody. All right.
Well, not everybody's talking because we have a lot of viewers on YouTube right now.
Yeah. Hey, Dr. Manhattan, this video is for you joining. Here you
Ladies, these grocery carts are an oath.
Pretty sure the male version of this is better.
I might say the same thing about Ghostbusters.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, it's funny. It's true, but it's funny.
It sucks in the
Sucks! Hey, dude, when are you going to join us for a show?
Hey, fuck you, Kyle.
Hey, Zax, when are we going to get together and make a little music?
Oh my god. Okay, so
yeah, I don't think he's going to join you anytime soon after that.
this is important. This is important, you guys, because
yeah.
is acting up and all getting like, nobody listens to me, man, listen to my way. And then Aemond very calmly starts talking in High Valyrian to him. Like, maybe you have a better idea, maybe it's time to speak up. And you think this is to protect his brother from the others listening to, because none of the others speak High Valyrian, but Aegon has ever been really, really bad at languages. So he's embarrassing him in front of everyone because he just stammers out like kind of a sentence, and the way everybody gives him the side eye, they know.
He speaks High Valyrian like a 3-year-old.
Yes, he never made it past that. So he's not protecting his brother by switching to High Valyrian. He's embarrassing him even more. And that leads to Aegon finally stomping his foot and leaving the room. And everybody just keeps talking and making strategies, which is a really mean thing to do. But then on the other hand, Aemond has been tortured by his brother all through their childhood. especially since losing the eye. Remember the scene in the brothel where he's with the first woman in his life because apparently he's still true to her, and he has feelings to a point where he's so comfortable that he's not wearing the eye patch. And Emmett and his stupid friends, they just walk in and mock him. There's so much hatred between these siblings that I can understand why Emmett is doing this.
That's very realistic to how things were in the past. Because, like, if you go back to the Plantagenets when they took over the throne, oh my God, constant threats of murder or kidnapping each other. It was ridiculous.
Not just them. Just look at royal families all over Europe. It was a mess.
Yeah, because Henry Plantagenet's mother was Matilda, and she was a German heiress. I think her name would be pronounced Matilda or something like that in German.
Matilda.
Matilda.
This is Larry's. Sorry, go on.
No, that was it. I was done.
Okay. Larry's walking in on Alicent after she drank something from a vessel that we all know very well because it's moon tea. We all know she's been doing things with Sir Kristen, and apparently they led to certain results that she had to get rid of. And when Larys walks in to check on her, she's warming up some stones because crampy, maybe. And she says she ate too much the previous night or some bullshit excuse. And he's just being nosy, as always. And I don't know. I don't know what to make of this guy. He's a weasel. He's playing everybody against everybody, it seems.
It is already on the list, Tim. Great suggestion, though. I love that movie.
Oh, come on. I'm from Vienna. We have to do this.
The soundtrack to that is incredible.
Oh, yeah. It is.
Aaron Baker says, good to see Alan. Where's David?
David who?
In the chat.
No.
I'm guessing.
Okay.
I don't know.
I got straight. Yeah, apparently Larys is now, I don't know, going up against Sir Kristen. That was a weird scene. You get the feeling he's really playing everybody against everybody. What does he really want? He's even worse than Littlefinger.
Well, we know what he wants, but
Her feet, yes, thank you. Ew. I hope we don't see a scene like that again.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
Mm-hmm.
And this threw me off a little bit because has it really just been weeks since Viserys died? It seems so much longer. Maybe because we had to wait 2 years. I don't know. But I was like, holy shit, only weeks. And she's already banging another guy again and again and again.
Bang zoom to the moon and back.
Also, when that Maester brings her the moon tea, it's clear that she lied to him and told him she needs it for a girl. And he makes a promise to keep an eye on the girl. I was like, yeah, no, that's for her. For sure. And then she puts her hand on her belly and said, yeah, we knew that.
I'll tell you this. If only weeks have happened, she's gonna say that baby is from the king.
It couldn't have been. Come on. The king was falling apart in the end.
She's gonna say it anyway.
Yeah,
she's gonna say it anyway.
There are some people that might just go ahead and accept that because it's better than not accepting that.
What do you mean?
Well,
oh, darling, it fell off. Never mind. Just put it back on.
I mean, if you don't accept it,
what the fuck did you just say?
What?
I said what I said. He was falling apart. Maybe she wanted to pop out another baby. Who knows?
Oh, she went better. Oh man.
Oh
And I'm
my
doing that
god.
to you guys. That's the fun part of being the only girl on the sausage fest. You get to say fucked up shit like that.
Hey,
and
look,
know that
it's
everybody's
hats,
crossing their legs.
hats off to you. Hats off to you. And yeah, you are taking advantage of what you can get away with. Totally appropriate.
Okay, back to the show. So she's studying history books, and of course he noticed it. And apparently she told him about what Rhaenyra told her in the last episode when she snuck into King's Landing, that what Viserys said before he died, he meant Aegon the Conqueror, not Aegon her son. But it's too late to change anything. But he keeps just poking the hornet's nest. Like, why did you think that he changed his mind? And just, he likes to make everybody feel insecure, it seems.
Yep.
And you can tell that she doesn't just put it to the side like she pretended to do with Rhaenyra. You can tell by the look on her face, she's shocked to find out, yeah, that really wasn't meant to be my son. He was talking about somebody else, but it was just so convenient to believe that he changed his mind once Aegon on the throne.
Well, it's like John Lennon said, it's about mind games.
Yeah. Here we have a David. Maybe that's the David we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
David Roberts.
David Roberts. Welcome.
So many new names
Again.
lately.
That's a good thing.
Oh, they're all
Hi,
friends
David.
friends of Lee.
Yeah.
They what?
They did a raid the other day, and I'm pretty sure it was a Military Monday where we got raided, and that's when Lee started being in our chat.
Yeah, it was the prior Military Monday, not this week's, but the last one.
Yeah.
Prior to it.
So we're talking basically a fold, Friends of Lee.
What?
Who Friends of Lee?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And apparently they like what we're doing because they keep coming back, which is really nice.
It's a good sign. Yeah, it's a good sign. Yeah.
Wow, Shanatsky.
Hey, Shanatsky. And DJ Play Nice.
It's I don't know if he's off work yet. He's still probably working. DJ Play Nice.
Oh, that scene, yes. He's roaming Harrenhal again at night with his sword drawn out, especially after hearing a noise. He goes to investigate. And this is Alice Rivers. And of course, Rivers indicates she's a bastard of the Riverlands. She's a bastard sister of Laris. And she's a witch. She also claims that she's not a woman at all. She's a barn owl, forced to live in a human body, which is weird, but on the other hand, kind of makes sense, because what does the owl stand for? Mystery, secrets, magic, death. She's a very mysterious person. And she's preparing something, and some of the stuff she's putting in looks like, I don't know, intestines of animals. It's bloody, and she keeps licking her fingers, and I was so grossed out.
Wow.
That was a gross scene. And in the end, she gives him something to drink and tells him, yeah, you need your sleep if you want to do important things here.
Wow, Lee, that's a good question. There's a lot to pick from, but it's a good problem to have, because again, everybody that works on this show is basically doing their best, and they want to make it difficult to have that kind of choice.
Mine hasn't changed.
What's yours?
Oh, the moment in which Daemon goes to fight the Crab King.
Oh, the crab feeder.
Yes, the crab feeder, and you see him going in alone. You don't see anything else. Except when he comes out bloodied and carrying the head of the other guy.
That was
Boom.
one hell of a scene. I agree. I
I thi-
absolutely agree.
My vote would be for first season when the king makes the walk to the throne.
Oh, when the crown falls off and Damon picks it up.
Yeah.
You see, always Damon.
I
Team
love that
Damon.
they
He
kept
should
it
be the
in
king.
because the crown wasn't meant to fall off. It just happened. And Matt Smith went with it and picked it up. And they
Yep.
stayed in character and they kept the cameras rolling. And then they decided this is such a powerful moment. We're going to keep it in. And in this episode, when he beheads young Rhaenyra, the crown falls off her head. So it's the second time the crown is falling to the ground in that throne room.
Mm-hmm. Again, these are the kind of happy situations and problems that you have on this show, unlike shows that you see on Disney Plus.
You really have a bone to pick.
Oh, he enjoys doing that.
No. I look at it this way. You got to understand, people have to pay for these services. Okay? So the way I look at it, if you're charging people and you're giving them bad entertainment, the very least that anybody can do, especially myself, is just say something. Say something. Because what are they going to do?
I agree.
Now I'm going to jump in on this one too. I heard you answer him yourself, Keith. And for me, it is the final moments of the battle with the dragon fight. It is absolutely the single best scene in this series, as well as Game of Thrones.
Oh,
for me, it was that was the worth the price of admission just for that one scene.
Yeah.
And I love this show, and that was the best thing I'd seen ever on this show or the other.
You have got to put in the work if you want to earn the fan base. And the people behind Amazon, certain Amazon shows, Disney Plus, and various others do not do that.
A show that shall not be named.
Yes.
And at the top of the list, it's all of K-Trek, because they've never considered doing this. You have
They too are the shows that shall not be named.
You have to put in the work. You do. And I think everyone that works on this show, it just shows. And it's
Well, for myself, I can't pick a favorite scene for the whole thing. I definitely can't pick a favorite scene for this episode. But I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm going to let you know once we reach it. Because that blew my mind when we watched it.
It's a different showrunner, mostly different people. And there's no derailing from the book series because the books are already finished. So don't hold the flame to this show because of the previous show. Different people are involved.
Different people, and they didn't have the.
I don't agree with
they
you doing
needed
that,
to stick to.
Shinoutsky. I think that's a mistake.
It's
a huge mistake.
You miss out on something.
Yeah, you're denying something being watched because, like you, I don't like them either. Benioff and Weiss,
or in this case, Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne, because they have discovered new levels.
What Ann Chernoff did before she left, they still managed to make this show good.
Yes. If I have to pick the worst showrunners out of all of the ones that are active and charging us money, it is definitely Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne, because they make Benioff and Weiss look like geniuses.
D. Bud Martin, I absolutely agree with you. We love seeing Penny in the chat. Anima and I talk about Penny even off the clock. We're just hanging out and I wonder what Penny's doing. I wonder how Penny's doing. I wonder what she's doing right now. I bet she's babysitting. Shit like that.
Penny's amazing. I heap praise on her.
And I love it when she preaches. It's like, oh, Penny?
I take pride in knowing that I broke her. Where she yells this filthy shit.
I think we
take
proved
pride
her.
in that, Penny.
She has fun doing it now, and it's great. And she has good breeches too.
We have another super chat from Lee. Oh my God! Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you
Thank
very
By the
much.
way,
Thank you.
Lee, that Star Trek Enterprise is $600 American. And if you want to buy that for me, you are welcome to
Don't do it, Lee.
don't do it,
Don't
Lee.
do
Don't
it.
do it.
Wow.
Don't.
I'm
Please
kidding.
don't.
For that one, Lee, you get what do I want to give him? Oh, yes.
I know that I, Jefe, do not have your superior intellect and education. But could it be that once again, you are angry at something else and are looking to take it out on me?
Thank you, Lee. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate all the support. And of course, D. Bud Martin, who is the single hardest working wrench in all our community.
Although he denies it, he claims he's lazy, which everybody knows is
Last, I
bullshit.
was having
D-Bud.
back problems, and they said it'll flare up, D-Bud. It just flares up, and I'll just have days where I don't even want to talk. I just want to go lie down and let my back stretch. But thank you so much. I do feel a lot better this week. I appreciate it, man. Did somebody just clap? Was that Keith?
Yeah, Keith.
That was me.
It
Keith
sounds
is
like
fucking-
something else, Keith.
Keith and
you
his
know that.
fucking golf claps.
It sounds suspiciously like something else. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's go with he was clapping. Okay?
He was-
Let
yeah,
it at that.
everybody knows that.
Yes. You
This
missed
is,
me.
this is again after having stormed out of the council meeting, who just continued without him, and he goes to find his mommy and picks up the first carafe, and it's empty. So she's been doing some drinking to forget everything that's happened, and probably she's sad about having to lose a baby. I don't know. So he keeps complaining to her that nobody listens to me, nobody cares what I think, and in the end, she snaps, and I think this is what makes him do the worst thing and most stupid thing he ever does in his life. I have to say. Because she tells him, how about you stop explaining everybody, expecting everybody to listen to you, because you have no idea what it took to get you where you are. Maybe you should shut up and listen to us and our experience. And he's just bored and annoyed and being a shitty teenager as always. And I think he needs to hear the hard truth from his mom, but she goes a little bit overboard because she pushes him to do something that he should never have done.
Cha-ching. Time for that reality check.
She basically tells him to go touch grass, but no. What she tells him is, do your job, which is wear a crown, sit on the throne, and let the grown-ups decide. That is not what he wants to hear, of course. That hurts him deeply. And then, of course, they're both drinking, so shields are down, filters are down. But he's such a mess.
Hot mess.
Yeah, he has been all the time. But in this scene, you're like, yeah, something's going to happen. He's breaking.
Oh, this is personal.
Dude, I've been working a long fucking Friday using 4 languages. How many do you speak, huh? My brain is tired. It's past 11 p.m., so shut the fuck up. Will you? Thank you. Rant over.
No. Anima, we are good, right? We're
And
good,
now
aren't we, Anima?
all of you know why she is the bossette.
That's new.
And I know how to trigger her by speaking in German with a terrible American accent.
Oh, please.
Ich weiß nicht.
Okay. I need to tell a little story here. So,
All right.
everybody has figured out I'm good with languages by now. So every time somebody approaches us, do you speak English? All my colleagues will say yes and immediately turn to me. So the person knows who to speak English with. And today we get an email by customer service, which is a phone center in Turkey. So they do speak German somehow, in some way. And we get an email that made us laugh. And when we found out what they were telling us, it was like, the customer has a complaint, but I couldn't understand him because he only speaks English. Please call the customer. And my colleague looked at me like, would you? And I was like, yeah, fine. So I call the customer, and guess what? It's an Indian guy speaking the worst Indian English Oh, people were talking all around me. There was music blasting. So, that was the hardest 10 minutes I had on the shift, trying to figure out how to help that customer. So, this is my day at work. So, don't you mock my language skills once I'm home.
Question.
That was
And
so funny.
and it's not an attempt to dox the client, but what's his name, Todd?
No. His name was Ganesh Singh something.
No, don't say it.
No, I mean, I called him and he picked up the phone. Hello. And I was like, yeah, hello. This is name of my store. And he was like, oh, hello. I'm so glad you called. Gary can do it way better. And I'm like, oh, fuck. He was so hard to understand. And he was very low, too. I couldn't hear him very well. And like I said, there was hell going on around me. So I had to hold my other ear shut to better hear him. And I was like, I can't blame the dude in the call center to not understanding him and forwarding this to us. I always felt arrogant going into this, like, English is not a problem. And calling the dude, and then he's, It was a fun moment, though, because my colleague was watching me and he couldn't make out anything. And then I told him what happened, and he was laughing his ass off. But his name wasn't Todd, no.
Where are we now?
But
This show-
You
I know
wrote
a lot
the
of
slideshow
languages, but
down again,
I'm not
did you?
fluent in any of them. I'm more comparative linguist. I like learning weird ones like Finnish, Tamil, and Japanese. All right, cool. Hi, wakaramashka.
Well, Finnish is weird because Finnish has more in common with Chinese, as does Hungarian, than with anything in Europe.
Hey, I'm just going to say this right here and now, and you guys got to hear me out. I never finish.
Wow. Wow.
He's just trying to say things that are more fucked up than what I said earlier about certain parts falling off.
Well,
you can't beat that, Gary. Give it up.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say anything.
I think Loki is ruining me because Loki likes to
No, I'm
say
not.
stuff like that, like the hair stuck between his teeth in the last episode. I was like, bad Loki, don't bad Loki. He enjoys that. I think he's ruining me because I do listen to his shows during my lunch break.
And speaking of Loki, again, I want to give another shout out to our bro Loki right now, who is without power. They are struggling down there, and those storms hit them hard, man. A lot of people were made homeless, but those who still have their homes are without power, and you can't store food. So it's causing all kinds of problems down there. And
Storing food
so
without
please
power in summer,
send your positive thoughts and your prayers to our good friend Loki. And I say he's a good friend of mine. I love that guy.
Oh, mine, and me too. Me too. I will definitely say that every time I've interacted with him, even been on his show, he has been fantastic, and he is a great guy. A really, 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 just an incredible guy. So, skull to you.
Speaking of Loki's show, he's had the guys take over for the whole week, like Mexican Iron Man, Adega, Script Doctor. They all took over and did his morning shows. So if you can, just super chat him something. That's all going to help. Listen to the show. Be there. Hang out with the guys. They're doing an amazing job taking over. I think they call themselves the Tornado Crew or something. Just help them out. They're keeping the lights going in Valhalla, as Loki likes to say.
Oh, you say lost the ability? Let me tell you something, my friend. I can't even start sometimes.
Wow.
Tell me you're old without saying you're old.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you made me waste a perfectly good Cialis.
Oh, jeez.
That
I showed that
is funny.
scene. I showed that scene to Anima the other day, and she was that is so messed up.
No, I didn't understand the joke.
She
at
didn't know what
first because I
Cialis was.
Yeah.
Because she didn't understand the joke, and I told her it's the little pill that men take.
The blue
when they get
pill,
older
and I knew
to
what you
get it
meant.
out.
Yeah, it has a different name here.
It's like he keeps moving the bed over every time the light comes on with Chris. He's like closer and closer, and then he turns the light off and he lets out the nastiest fart. And he's like, "Sorry, you know how to waste a perfectly good Cialis."
Blue lips, Shenotsky.
He means pills.
I know. Let me roast him.
Oh, okay. Rose Shanowski.
No, the momentum is lost.
You know, you lose some momentum all the time because you struggle over words. By the time you get to the punchline, it goes, wait, what was the setup for the joke?
Oh, jeez.
It's
Oh,
true.
Oh,
It's true.
jeez.
And for
Joel.
that, for a moment like that, I have an inner voice. Yeah. And that inner voice tends to tell me, what?
I'm waiting for it.
You can't hear it in a voice, dude.
Oh, I thought he was
Didn't-
going to manifest it somehow.
No, I did it.
I can
use
surprise. You know, I've got plenty of inner thoughts that I can show. That's him on Wednesdays. That's Martin.
Oh, jeez.
All in his cabinets at home. Chiquita bananas.
A lot of bananas.
Bananas are okay. I don't really crave
Please
them.
do. D-Bud, put it down there. Please subscribe to his channel if you aren't. I'm going to be joining him the minute they get back. God, I miss them. They do a late night Friday show, and I join them on that. That's a lot of fun hanging out with them.
Another sandpit meeting
Wow.
here.
Oh, yes. Yes, Joe told me.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that sucks.
So please, you know, say prayers for our friends. Light a candle. Whatever you do. Faith or no faith. Send positive vibes. This is a good scene.
Blue ball. Jesus Christ, Tim. He says it's better than blue balls, blue lips. Yeah, she just told them that she's been to
blue,
King's Landing. Nobody knew
blue
that.
lips
and she
is
just
called
told them.
cyanosis.
Yeah. Or a cadaver.
Everybody's just upset that she secretly went to see Alicent and talk to her, especially her son. Chase is furious with her. Well, I mean, he's furious, period, because after his brother died, she is coddling him and he hates it. He wants to be a man. He wants to fight. He wants to use his skills as a dragon rider, and he's just saying no to him all the time. But yeah, Cole is moving on and growing his army and moving at night where they can't watch him. And apparently moving in on Rook's Rest. And as Rhaenyra stated, she had to make sure before going that last step and going to war, she needed to know that there's no other path open. And to figure that out, she had to talk to Alicent. Now she knows there's only one way to go forward. And unfortunately, it's war.
That's been brewing since the middle of the last season. Of the past season.
What do you mean?
The war. You knew that that it's going to end that way.
You knew it was coming, yes. You didn't know when. Because people have been trying to at least buy time. If not to see, maybe there's a way to get around this, to figure things out. We've reached a point now where there's just no way around it anymore.
Yeah, that's not how conflict works. They should have
I
gone.
think
They should
Rhaenyra
have,
still had the hope by telling Alicent what happened after Alicent let slip what he said and how he said it on his deathbed. And she was like, oh my God, no, she meant Aegon the Conqueror. She was maybe hoping that, because Alicent still has feelings for her and vice versa. Maybe she hoped like, okay, this has been a misunderstanding. Maybe we can find some way of reaching some way of coexisting at least. I mean, hope dies last, and now it's dead.
Yeah.
Hey. Well, Lee, anything helps. Gary, now you know. You have to save.
Yeah, you have to put all these super chat money aside.
Thank you, Lee. But I will
Lee,
never
you're
be able to
awesome.
afford to get that damn thing. I would love to, though. But it definitely helps us keep this show going, pay the bills, keep the lights on, all that good shit. Thank you so much. Can you pick a video for him?
Oh yeah.
I'm right in the middle of doing something.
Let's see. No. No. Let me go to another place. Oh, one of my favorites.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Dude, I can't see the videos.
Well, cowbell.
Are they playing?
Hell, Flip City.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi, Kitty. I need to get on with you again. That was fun.
You were on with Flip City.
Yeah, I've been on there
yes.
twice. She needs to join us sometime too, man.
Right?
She's a fun gal, man. I tell you.
That you are, my friend. Aaron, you are correct.
1 in a Million. Hey, there's a song called 1 in a Million.
1 in a Million. It's not Ingram. Who was it? Or was it Ingram? 1 in a Million, Chance of a Lifetime. Who sang that?
Guys, I need to know, is the slideshow running?
It says it is.
It's yeah.
Because I only see the
Oh, I've got bad
black.
news for you.
What?
That's the end of the
What?
slideshow.
No.
Yeah.
No, that can't be. Okay, you need to do what we did for that other episode where the slideshow failed. Pull up the episode and skip through it with the 10-second thing.
Yeah,
Wait,
do
wait,
that,
wait,
Martin,
wait, wait.
because
We really
No.
need the dragon combat.
it was just
Wait,
an image. Something's going on there.
Sometimes happens that when I have connection problems,
Oh, is that what's happening? Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna reload the thing.
All right, I just started a poll
you know,
for you guys to take in the chat.
Okay.
What's the poll?
Here we go again.
Which show is better in your opinion? Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon?
Oh, you're gonna go that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to bet they're going to say House of the Dragon, but I could
that
be
has
wrong.
to be the winner. It's the better
Guys,
show.
I need to know
50-50 right now. What?
How many votes?
Okay, is here is here where did we see this already?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna advance it a little. I need you to tell me. Advance more, go back.
No. You need to go forward from here. We've seen this.
Okay.
This is the Return of Rhaenyra. There you go.
Okay. Here?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that beast. That
Thank you.
beautiful,
I get that.
beautiful beast.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Keith. He meant you.
You never know what kind of picture he's sending me.
We don't want to, I think. Man, the dragon combat is insane. I forgot what iconic movie did they shoot in that forest, Gary? Do you remember? Because they did film work there. And they needed a place big enough and trees tall enough for certain things to hide in them. Was it Braveheart? I forgot.
What? Can you repeat the question, please?
The forest, where they are. They shot a famous movie there. I forgot which one.
Probably Braveheart.
I think it was Braveheart because they needed a place big enough. They had like 5,000 extras or 5,000 people in total, and they needed trees tall enough. Oh, we skipped over my favorite scene.
Oh, we have an opinion about the about the poll.
Yeah, I'm with you, Flip City.
Well, if you're going to wrap it up, you might as well. You know what? I'm not even going to finish.
They ran out of ideas. They ran out of books, and then they rushed it. And I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So Egan is here on Sunfire, and Renice volunteered because she couldn't let Rhaenyra wanted to go, but as not just for Sam, but the whole council pointed out, this is about you. If you die, everything is lost. You cannot go into battle. And then Renice, of course, volunteered because she's the most experienced rider, and Melise is the most experienced dragon they have and the biggest one. So it's Melise against Sunfire, Renice against Aegon, Gladiator.
We have an answer. Gladiator.
Thank you, Renice. Thank you.
So that must be the opening battle against the
barbarians.
Yeah, I think so.
The Germans.
Yarmans.
And what is so fucked up is that Aemond is there on Vhagar, hiding in the forest. And I got so excited because you don't see much, but then you see a torn wing and it's Vhagar hiding in the forest. And Aemond waits just long enough to make sure that, of course, his brother on his inexperienced dragon has no chance against Rhaenys on Melees. And that is when he joins the battle. And that's where Rhaenys, in my opinion, makes a mistake. At least makes a mistake for still going at Vhagar after Sunfire is down with Aegon. But I think at that point she's finished. She's going to do whatever she can to at least weaken Vhagar. Because Vhagar is a beast. She's the biggest dragon ever. Or the biggest living dragon. I think Balerion was even bigger. The Black Death. And people on the ground are scared. And then Kristen called us his speech as a hand, edging them on to go into battle because that's their king up there on his dragon. So they have to, but the sheer terror of what these dragons do on the battlefield, burning everything with fire and blood, man, epic. There you see the blood raining down.
All right, I'm ending the poll now, and Game of Thrones won 67 to 33%.
Wow.
What? Oh, that has to be because they had way more seasons. This one is in the middle of things. How many votes did we have?
Total 9.
Oh,
Well,
no, that doesn't count. That doesn't say anything.
This show has an advantage, and is that at least the writing is complete.
Yeah, also, I mean, we have almost 180 people watching and 9 people vote. That's not representative. It was not hers to do. at that time. And I fully agree. She was still hoping to find a way to not go nuclear, for a better word.
Once again, misunderstanding of the nature of conflict.
You don't get to have an opinion, Martin. You don't really watch the show.
If you get it, I'm talking about nature of conflict in general. If you have the opportunity to end the conflict prematurely, do it so.
Yeah, but the problem was also collateral damage. She was
There
meant
will
to
be
be
more collateral damage in full open war.
Oh, yeah, but we were still at a point where hope wasn't completely lost. And she's not hot-headed at all.
If
I just started a new Q&A for you guys in the chat, and I'm asking you, who is your favorite character on House of the Dragon? Yeah, this battle is so intense, and like I said, the guy who choreographed the battle studied how predatory birds like hawks and
prey,
eagles
yeah.
Did their battles in the air, and he used that as a model for how to have these dragons fight. And the smaller one does a lot of tearing with its claws.
Yeah. But Sunfire doesn't have a chance against Melee's because Melee's is way more experienced. Melee's, on the other hand, her experience can't compare to Vhagar, because Vhagar is at least twice as old or something and much bigger. And Rhaenys knows
she
it.
is
Rhaenys
my
knows
favorite
it.
character, by the way.
Mine too.
She's my favorite character on the show, and that's why this show broke my heart.
The way she talks to Melee's, on to battle, old girl, once more. They both know this is it.
Anima, you get messages.
Yeah, fuck that.
What?
I love you, Zax, but fuck off.
Woman,
Come on the panel and argue with me. Don't do that in chat. Don't be a coward.
Clay says, women, right?
Shut up.
Absolutely, she could have ended all of it. And she decided to wait till later to fight.
I still think she did the right thing by not doing it. She wanted to give a warning.
No, it was the same thing that with the A-bombs. That had to be done in order to save further lives.
No, you're just being dudes. Hit it and kill it.
My God. It's not about hate. It's about how to end the conflict faster with less casualties.
It's about hope. Maybe to figure out the conflict before things escalate.
Hope is not real. Conflict is.
Oh, shut up. I'll die on that hill. She did the right thing back then.
Yeah, and that's why everybody died. Because she did the right thing.
Well, you at least have to understand that as a mother, I think on some level she does take it upon herself to blame herself for a lot of what has happened. She probably does think about it. But again, this discussion proves why this is probably the best show currently on TV. Wow.
Also, from the writing point of view, had she done it and killed everybody at Aegon's coronation, we would never have gotten a second season because things would have been over.
Oh, I'm pretty sure somebody would have figured out some way to make something happen.
Yeah.
This is all about inner family struggle, kind of like what Star Wars used to be about
100 years ago.
Inner family squabble. But power of one, power of two, power of sucking. Right, Kathleen?
Dude, season 2 has been greenlit. Just let that sink in.
Hey, you can never waste too much good money. Hold on, I did that wrong. You can never waste that much good money.
All right, my next poll question will be: do you like the blacks?
Oh, gee.
Oh my God, Gary.
Oh, man. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. Do you like the blacks?
Do you like the blacks?
To get back to this show, when things really get dirty and
What?
Renice knows once Renice knows this is really it. This is my and her last battle. She straps into her saddle. They are not going to die separately. They're going to die together, and that was moving. I shed a tear over that. Did you even notice that? I know Gary did.
Yeah. I told you I
straps
got
herself
weepy.
to the saddle.
I
Yeah.
got weepy when she died because she was my favorite character.
And she could have survived, but she decided to go against Vhagar and the king, the king's brother, as long as she could, to do as much harm as she can. She knows she doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, this was
But
the
she also
suicide
knows-
mission.
Yes.
And this is it right here, where she lays her arms out
Yeah.
and lets go of the reins and just accepts her fate.
And Meleys knows it too. Do as much damage as you can, and when you've finished, it's okay.
Wait.
And I don't think they would have blamed her if she would have tried to fly from Vhagar, because Meleys would probably have been faster. Especially, they both were wounded, and Vhagar is so much older. But she just did the ultimate sacrifice.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Lee. Deeply appreciate it, man. And thanks for all your support.
Thanks, Lee. See you around.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, Lee. And well, Lee has contributed to at least the power core to your model.
Yes, maybe. Thanks for that, Lee.
Oh my God, David.
Wow.
Wow.
Totally different situation. He went out there on a dragon to kill people, dragons, other royals, whatever. He just was on a killing spree, and she had to stop him. Totally different thing. Just say.
And I do believe that the king got what he deserved.
Oh, the thing is, we don't know that yet, because I went and did some research, and according to the book, he survives, Aegon, badly burned in bed for like a year, almost in a coma, praying to die. And here we don't know, because we saw fire go down in a forest. And then Kristen wakes up on the battlefield, and everybody is dead around him, and it's like the world has ended and something new has begun, and it's like everything is dead.
Oh,
he's looking.
He touches that one guy that's on his knees.
Yeah, he's looking for survivors.
Because the armor is still standing, and when
Yes.
he touches him, the body is ash inside, so the armor just falls apart. That's a
The
fucking
upper
cool
body,
scene.
the upper body crumbles and the armor falls apart. The legs are still there, kneeling on the ground. It's insane. And then he spots Aemond with his sword drawn in the forest, and he goes after him. And then they see a possibly dying Sunfire, and something is there. And it looks like Aegon didn't make it. And then
I don't know
the
what F,
episode
I don't know
ends.
what you're saying, Zax. I don't know what you're saying. What is FNTWS?
I have no idea.
I don't know the acronym F and TWS. Aegon showed up heroically to stop her.
Oh no. Come on, Sax.
Good night, Lee, and hope to see you a little later on your channel. Yeah, what is his channel so we can share it here?
Oh, I have shared it Let me get it again.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah, I'm cool like that.
You are cool like that.
Yeah, we know that, Martin.
He's
We
all
wouldn't be
right.
able to do this without you. Shut the fuck up, Gary.
Don't take his little pleasures away from him, Anima. He's
Oh,
an
I
old man.
absolutely will. I absolutely will do that.
It's all I have.
I got nowhere else to go.
Besides,
So snuggle with the kitty. Oh, here we go. And you don't know, is he going to do something with his sword or put it back or what's happening?
Good money to be snacked with it. Oh, sorry.
And Cole is barely conscious. He's like, what just happened? What the fuck? And he sees the dragon. He knows that's the king. And of course,
Thank
this
you,
is the
D-Bud.
dagger.
Thank you, D-Bud.
Yes, Sunfire.
I keep hoping that he'll become a better person.
He wasn't bad when he was first introduced. Just it got to his head how fast he went up the ranks.
Which one?
Cole.
Which head?
Oh.
You know, Keith, I've been calling him Sir Dickhead. Loki like that. Going for Rook's Rest and cutting them off from the mainland was probably his best decision as a hand so far. But look how it ended. I mean,
Yeah.
And I really want to know what they did with Egan. Is he dead? Is he badly wounded, like in the books? What's
Find out on
Team
Sunday.
Green going to do now? Monday for me.
Same dragon time, same dragon channel.
Yeah, but when the episode drops, it's like 5 a.m. for me. So yeah, no. Monday's my day off, but I'm not staying up that late.
Just good. Just good.
The show just keeps not getting better, and I'm so thankful for it. It's just good. It's great. And we finally had dragon combat, and oh my god, that was intense.
Well, this show is just showing up a lot of other shows. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And it's not that hard when nobody else is truly trying. I mean, I hate to be the guy to state the obvious, but you know, some people actually care about the quality of what they produce. You know, I mean,
hire good writers. That's it.
I think that show even would stand out if we had other good shows at the same time. It's just so great.
Well, we should
it would overshadow everything.
We should be neck deep in a lot of quality stuff right now. If somebody had said 10 years ago that under certain circumstances, you know, we would have a Game of Thrones spin-off series, but also a Lord of the Rings pseudo television series, and another season of Doctor Who under its original showrunner, you know, I would have assumed even back then that it would have all been just quality stuff, and yet only one of those shows, you know. It truly is embarrassing what some of these people try to put across as being the end result of a lot of money, and you get next to nothing going on there. It's just bad, you know.
Put a gay character in it and make them lame.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's
it's not
hard to
just it isn't just that. It's just bad writing. A majority of it is really just bad writing. You have a lot of people that should not be anywhere near some of this stuff because they haven't learned how to write. And embarrassingly enough, at least certain shows, like anyone with the words Star Trek in it, shouldn't be really that bad at all. But, you get what you pay for. Oh, in this case, you get what you hope for. But we're not getting it from Secret Hideout. We're not getting it from Disney. Definitely not getting it from Marvel Television. We're not getting it from Amazon. But David Zaslav, the guy that they like to make fun of, yeah, he's giving it to us. So, yeah.
Well,
back
you have
in
an
December
invitation,
of
boss.
last year. Just remember, it was December of last year. I stopped caring. I don't care what happens at this point.
Yeah,
they can all go fuck themselves.
Yeah,
Gare Bear, I'm pushing my House of the Dragon show to Saturday evening, but an hour earlier if you've got some time.
What time's that going to be, Sax?
Man, I can't get over the acronym for the show.
Hot D.
Hot D.
Hey, if somebody's dumb enough to basically have the letters of their show spell out a sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah, that was a very special kind of special.
And
that show doesn't exist in my universe. That's all I'm doing.
And the fact that it could go through so many people had to see that. The fact that it went through the entire organization, including, everybody that was going to be in charge of trying to promote the show, and nobody said anything.
Right.
Somebody had to have said something. Thank you, Zach. Somebody had to say something. Seriously, you cannot be making that kind of money that they're making, and not say and end up saying, a couple weeks later, I didn't see that. I didn't see that, man. That somehow got by me. Yeah, seriously.
Oh my god!
And again, I also don't want to take away though from how good everybody is on this show, though. If everybody else is not giving you 100% in the writing, but everybody for this show, they're really giving you the best of what they got. Because they could easily slum a little bit and still be better than everyone else. But they're not. They're trying to give you quality for the money that you're spending, which, again, that's what David Zaslav talked about when he took over. Give the audience quality. Give them something for their money. And now I yield the rest of my time.
9 p.m. Central Time.
There you go.
Nine p.m. Central.
Oh, it's 8 p.m. his. So yeah, 9 p.m. my time. Okay.
Yeah, this
I can do that. I'll need a nap like before, like an hour and a half nap to energize me for the show. Otherwise, I get like this.
Well, that's just enough sleep to be able to at least watch and understand.
Well,
any episodes of the Aka. You know what I'm about to say.
Well, if you need to be energized, Gary, what you need is to watch previous the show. Watch a movie with Michael Caine, if you know what I mean.
Michael Caine. It's not yours. It's Michael Caine.
Riding on the Snow Globe Express, huh?
I love that. Look, I don't like Marvel. Kevin Feige can go fuck himself. But I'm gonna watch Deadpool.
Who isn't? Seriously, who's going to admit that you're not going to see that movie?
Yeah.
But hey, guess what? Kevin Feige, being all smart and stuff, You smart devil. You gonna follow that up with Agatha all along. Man. I see what you're doing there.
A show that nobody wanted.
I see what you're doing there, Kevin. I know you playing the long game on this one.
Now, I will tell people because they'll go, well, nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was just given to us. So that's not what it is when you have people actively telling you, we don't want that. And everybody was saying, we don't want Agatha, but he doesn't listen.
Nope.
So you watch it tank. It'll tank.
Yeah,
Look who's here.
Things have gotten so bad. You know, it's just there are certain shows that I will admit I missed the first time around, and so I'm catching up on some really quality stuff. And one of those shows that got by me was Peaky Blinders. So
I love that show, dude.
I know. I just began the second season.
We're supposed to get a movie.
Yeah, that's the other reason why I started the show, because it's Stephen Knight and that cast, and I am all about Peaky Blinders.
Dude, there are even 2 video games of Peaky Blinders.
Wow.
One of them in virtual reality. That's all I gotta say, man. They are going full head on every media.
Well, they are definitely selling lots of those caps. You know, makes me feel like I was I was ahead of the curve, or that I had a time machine when I started wearing mine. But wow.
No, I've not seen any tweets. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah,
yeah.
It looks like now
I've not seen this. You know what he's talking about, Keith?
That specifically I have not seen. But what I was about to say is it looks like Marvel isn't the only one to reverse course on San Diego Comic-Con this year. It's looking like Zaslav is gonna have Warner Brothers show up big time. DC is gonna show up big time in Hall H. This is kind of interesting. This lets you know where we're at now. Because seriously, everybody knows that Disney was basically telling San Diego to go touch grass. And the fact that they are investing so much in this year's San Diego Comic-Con lets you know how bad things are. They really need the fans to be excited. And something tells me something tells me they're going to be in for a rude awakening. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't have people sign up to get autographs from certain stars, but come on, man. You know, notice you don't hear anything about Doctor Who. I'm pretty certain Doctor Who may make an appearance, but Star Wars and Doctor Who both have some nerve attempting to go to San Diego after what they have been doing to fans and what they've told fans and what they've said about fans. They got some nerve. So for me, I'm just going to watch what happens, eat popcorn, and wait for the fireworks. That's all you can do. You know, you've got people just with those 2 shows who expect to be given some kind of a hero's welcome or fan welcome after saying what they've said about fans.
Yeah, they just went on The View this week, or as I like to call it, The Cackle. And one of the cast members just trashing on Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
The entire crowd, the panel of cacklers, all of them trashing Star Wars fans.
That's good to know. You know, in a sense, a lot of them have done that. You know, and in a sense, a lot of them have. And you can't again, I would say that if HBO were to decide to bring in the cast of House of the Dragon, they would rule San Diego Comic-Con this year. That entire cast up and down the line.
Are they planning to?
Not that I know of.
Anything?
Not that I know of. And I've been looking. I didn't look. They just put out the schedule for DC yesterday that I saw on social media. And I've known for weeks that Marvel was coming back. They had announced that months ago that they were going back, which lets you know how bad things are. The fact that they said that months ago.
And I don't care. I don't care if they show up. I don't care about Marvel right now. Marvel Comics, Marvel Studios don't give two shits about it. Fuck Kevin Feige.
Yeah,
and
well,
I'm not excited, even though I loved what David Zaslav did when he put certain people in charge and they started making certain decisions. I let go. I stopped caring. It's like, I just don't care. I'm not going to put any of my emotions into it anymore because that shit hurt. And I got to tell you, Animal was there when it happened. When Mikey, God rest Mikey Sutton's soul, man, I miss him so much.
Me too.
He when he broke me at 1 o'clock in the morning, started posting no Gal Gadot, no Henry Cavill, no Ben Affleck. It's all over. It's gone. And I went, no.
Yeah.
He's getting these private messages at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, oh no. Doctor Who under RTD is finished. The guy who brought it back killed it. It's sort of karmic in some way, I guess.
Symmetry.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
there's some symmetry
you know
to
what?
it. There definitely is.
You know what? I hope BBC and Disney are happy.
Big
They've
black
spent
cock?
a lot of money. Okay. And I hope they're happy with what they're with what they've accomplished, because there were a lot of people who worked real hard to bring quality and new fans to this, and they've decided to just sabotage the whole thing, and it's great. I hope they're happy.
Yeah.
There are very few things to truly go out and support, and one of those things is House of the Dragon. That cast deserves to be cheered. The writers, the producers, everybody that works on the show deserve the accolades and the affection and support of the fans. So I hope they actually do come. I hope they're able to go and have a good time. I'm not saying that none of the other actors with none of the other shows that will be there don't deserve it. I'm just saying that the writers for a lot of those other shows have let those shows down. It would be easy for Kurtzman if he were to at least have the entire cast of Picard season 3 show up. But I don't think he would even wants that, because he doesn't want the fans to show all that love for it and to show up all his other attempts at creating whatever he's been trying to do under the guise of Star Trek. So, yeah, this is just one of those years that you'll be able to see things play out rather nicely. Personally, I think it'd be dumb for Kevin Feige and Marvel to show up and not make it possible to have Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman show up too. It would be the easiest thing in the world to have them come out and do this, to at least allow the fans to show their support for this movie, which of course everybody's going to go. Everybody's going to go see Deadpool Wolverine. But it'd be nice to have them there at San Diego, because we're going to hear about it. We're going to see the video, and that's worth everything, But you also know that they'll probably have some of the cast members for Agatha All Along show up, and that'll suck the life out of it.
God. And I like her. the lady that plays Agatha. And
Yes,
I will not watch.
I got
that
nothing.
fucking show.
I got nothing against any of the people in that show. Catherine Hahn.
She's funny as shit.
Oh God, is she funny?
Catherine Hahn is fucking hilarious.
I feel
in the
bad
movie
for her.
Step Brothers, which Anima could not make it through that film, but I love that movie. And when she he's like, "Oh my God, we're having sex!" I just fucking almost lost it because like she's just all over him. And then she walks over to the urinal and kicks a leg up over it and pees. A woman pees into a fucking urinal.
Hey.
I was like, "Oh my God, that's so fucking funny."
Stay golden, pony boy.
It really is.
I tried.
By the way,
I really tried with that movie, but man, no, that crosses every border I have for between silly and funny. that just went too far. It was like, fuck that.
Once again, in support of Alex Kurtzman.
My eyes. You know,
that's Alex's captain's log. So we are going to be doing some shows in the fourth. We're ending the show, honey. I got to do some promoting.
Just let me say something.
I got to promote. Okay.
He doesn't even know how to shit right because he hasn't done the
There you go. There you go. All right. So before we go, I want to promote some shows upcoming. We will be doing these shows on forthcoming Fridays. After House of the Dragon and the other show that we've already got planned out. It's already scheduled. But this is one of the shows I'm going to push to do. Can you drop that just for a second? Mercedes is one. I actually don't like Stephen King, but I love this show. And I love this show. Both of them by Stephen King. Very good shows. And The Outsider only got one season. And it only needed one season to tell its story. It was wild ride. Supernatural mixed with procedural cop story. Same thing with this one. This doesn't involve supernatural so much until the second season. But the first season, straightforward, retired cop versus serial killer he never caught. Good fucking show. The next show I want to do, and I love this show, and it's got Sims in it, who was best known for playing the Master.
Yep.
On Doctor Who through the 2000s. And it's his detective series. We're now on the 4th season of this show. And I fucking love this show. Based on a book series, mystery series, great stuff. Now, this Saturday, we are doing this film. Woohoo! True Lies.
At last.
Finally. Yeah, this one has been set up for your birthday, so it's 2 months late.
I had to put it off. It's one of my favorite films. So I'm going to do it next week. I invited Mr. H. I don't know if he'll be able to come, Nate. But Tom and I will be doing alien film discussion. In space, no one can hear you scream. This is before seeing Alien Romulus, so let's visit the original. Looking forward to that. This coming Wednesday, I switched out the show to celebrate the memory of not just Shelley Duvall, but also Robin Williams, because both leads are dead now. Too soon. So we'll be covering Popeye.
Do you mind if I just give you a preview of my show next week? I will.
Yeah, sure.
I will start. Basically, look, we're going to talk about San Diego Comic-Con. Okay, this is going to be an entire show talking about everything that has been put out there thus far, and we're also going to go over a lot of the exclusives that they're going to have at this year's show. Now, I've already given a sneak preview of at least one of the exclusives yesterday on my show, which was a Scott Summers action figure from X-Men. Will be one of the exclusive given. He's dressed in his X-Men 97 uniform. And I've already gotten Martin's reaction was all the praise that I needed to that.
Dude, that figure. And the other one, that 16 inches painted like cell shading. Oh. I hate being poor, man.
I know, right?
That's just the tip of the iceberg for this year's show. So
just
for
the
those
tip.
Woohoo!
Well, I can't promise, but we'll see what we can work out. But yeah, this is going to be a fun show this year, and it's shaping up to actually be worth some coverage. I think there's going to be at least a few things coming out of this show, and hopefully we will get information on the Peaky Blinders movie, as well as the Community film, which I think it will be the high point for me if they announce that. But there you go.
Absolutely. I also want to promote some other things. And by the way, if we could get the thumbnails produced, we can promote your shows early in the week.
Okay.
As long as we, have the thumbnail. So, but I am also going to be, let's see, this coming Monday for Military Monday is one of my favorite sci-fi post-apocalyptic military films ever made. It's my number 3 favorite film of all time. And it stars a very young Kurt Russell. And I'm waiting for the thumbnail to load. It's taking forever. Get off
The
camera
computer
and
who
see
wore
if it'll
tennis
speed it
shoes?
up. So
No.
well, hold on. I'm just going to do this one. This is what Fancy, Naughty, and I will be covering on It's 80s Fright. And that'll be the last Thursday of the month, the 25th. We're going to be an hour later because Nadia is going to go see a big-ass movie. She'll talk about it on the show that night, and she'll be getting on the show right after getting home. But this is our Monday show right here.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping some people will join me on this one that love this movie, but I know it's hard to join because it's morning. And I apologize for that, but I can't go in the afternoon because Brian has a show in the afternoon. I don't want to compete with the audience, take anything away from him, or lose anything to him because I chose badly. Now you see him, now you don't. I love that movie, dude. Are you kidding me? That's a fucking good. I loved all the Kurt Russell Disney films. And I joked about this the other day. I said, yeah, and it's true. This is true. Kurt Russell has confirmed this, that the last thing that Walt Disney wrote down on a piece of paper before dying was Kurt Russell's name. Now, what I've joked about with that is that he was too weak and couldn't finish it. He was going to say, Kurt Russell killed me.
That was actually one of the plots to one of the episodes of Agent Elvis. So
Agent Elvis.
Oh,
The
God, that
fuck
was
is
funny.
that?
He's done Elvis twice now. He played Elvis in the TV movie, and he dressed up as Elvis in 3,000 Miles of Graceland.
They had a nice impersonator for his voice on that. It's the original animated series that was on Netflix called Agent Elvis. I've talked about it even on my show.
Yeah, I watched that show.
Yeah, great episode.
Anima
It was
couldn't
fun.
get into it, but I enjoyed it.
Great stuff. Great cast. I wish there were a season 2.
He's not an animation fan to begin with, and that show just got a little too weird for her.
Yeah.
So, but I like weird. I don't know.
Well,
It's kind of
I
off
mean,
the wall.
I'm in love with you and you're weird. So when shit gets too weird, what does that say about me? I can deal with a lot. But some things, man.
I know.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, that's got it. No, we got it.
That there is a way in which that can apply to me. My wife, she loves fruits, and I don't like fruits. I don't eat fruits. So sometimes I open the fridge looking for something to snack, and I see all the fruits. And you can see that guy coming up behind me. Surprise, motherfucker!
Where's my snack?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Let me guess, Martin, and then you yell at your wife. Do you want to poison me? Put food in there.
Oh, rude.
Look who joined us.
Shit.
What's up, guys? I am sweating and
You
shirtless.
sound like sex again.
And yeah, I sound
I
much
gotta tell
better.
you, man. You're pretty muscular, dude. I'd like to see that.
Well, my camera is unpacked. Otherwise, after the stream gear, I could give you a show. But I rushed here, plugged my fucking microphone in because you're a big time YouTuber when you have to use a chip clip to attach your mic to its stand. And so I've got the mic stand but no chip clip. So I'm holding this microphone. If I sound weird, that's why. I want to come and say hi. That's all. I've been listening to you guys. I've been outside.
That sounds good.
Okay, good. Yeah, I've been I got home yesterday, 2 days ago.
Because I can hear your breath when it hits the mic, and that's the only thing.
Like that?
Yeah.
No, I love you guys. So I was just listening to your whole show. I've enjoyed all of it. I want to come say hi. And I've been mowing the backyard, which my 19-year-old was supposed to take care of while I was gone for 10 days.
Uh-oh.
And didn't exactly do that. So been working on that for a couple of hours, and you guys were going to put it to end, so I thought I'd come ruin your ending for you.
Oh, it's always good to hear from you.
Oh, no problem, man. I could also promote some of the shows that are going to be coming up. We're going to be doing a lot of Harrison Ford films because this month is his birthday, as well as who else's birthday was it? Anima?
Sylvester Stallone. How can you forget that?
Stallone. I just couldn't remember.
You made me.
I remember Harrison because his birthday was the day that my son Benjamin was due. But my son ended up being born 3 days later on July 16th. And so I wasn't happy with that. It just wasn't enough for me. So I had another son who was also born on July 16th. So both my sons were born on July 16th, 9 years apart.
They were on Gary time, late.
July 16th.
Zoe was due. Okay. Zoe was due around July 16th, but she stayed in the oven just a little longer and got out in August. So,
you know, Gary, that always makes you sound like you have sex once a year.
Oh, jeez.
In between, women need to avoid me between October and November. Just stay the fuck away from me.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. Men cycle just like women, and we
Gary?
during certain parts of the year we actually produce more.
I'm fucked. You know when I got my time off. My 2 weeks of holiday time are in
Poor choice of
October.
words there.
Are they?
Poor choice of words.
Perfect choice. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got 2 weeks off and they are in October, so yeah.
There you go.
So
This girl is here.
Wear a chastity belt.
Yeah, probably should.
That's good advice. I missed a couple
Where's
of things. So I had to.
pee?
You said you're doing morning stuff, and then so I dropped my phone, ran inside,
Racing.
did all this. Yes, exactly. What was the morning stuff you're gonna be doing, Gary? Sorry, I missed you on that.
Every Monday morning I do Military Monday, and this coming Monday is Escape from New York.
Okay. All right.
And on the
Okay,
22nd,
I'll talk to you about this.
we're
I
doing-
may have some free time, so I'll talk to you about it later.
Oh,
Sorry
that'd
to
be great.
jump your stream with
Also,
that,
on the 22nd, which is a Monday morning, we're going to be doing The Great Escape of Steve McQueen, James Garner, all-star cast, Charles Bronson. Everybody's there. Fuck, it's going to be awesome. But on Wednesdays for this month, after the Popeye, we're going to be doing Witness.
Yeah.
Then we're going to do Frantic. And even though I don't like the director, I only accept this film because Harrison Ford's in it and it's fucking awesome. And then we're going to be doing Stargate, the original film.
Given what may happen at this year's San Diego Comic-Con, that is a great choice.
I think so too.
Don't give us hope. Don't give us
I'm not trying to
hope.
give you hope. I'm just saying they did it. They reported it themselves.
Oh, tell it to Anima. Tell it to Anima.
You really want to know?
Anima?
A brand new Stargate series.
Ooh.
With a twist.
I know.
She knows.
Yeah, she knows.
I'm a Stargate fan. I'm following
There you
news
go.
like that. The only thing that's weird about me being a Stargate fan is I haven't seen the actual movie. I'm a huge fan of the series, and I watched them back to back like 2 or 3 times. You know, starting with SG-1, and then as soon as Atlantis drops, you watch them back to back, and then you watch Atlantis and Universe back to back. I did that a couple of times, the full run. I love it. I started the movie once, and for some reason I couldn't finish it, and I never went back. So I'm excited for that one.
Well, they may announce it again. That's part of the reason why I'm doing my whole San Diego Comic-Con show. I want to put it out there for people, get them all excited and ready to go.
I mean, it's about time. They've owned this franchise. They have this huge star base, and they didn't do anything for decades. It's stupid.
Well, who would you like to see of the cast of both SG-1 and Atlantis? Because that's what they're choosing for this.
Oh my God! Don't
We're
get me
trying to end the
started on
show.
that.
I'm just going to leave it like that, let you think on that, so I can hand it back.
Well, I
to the big
definitely have
G.
wanted a Kurt Russell sequel for years. Well, since the
Oh.
first film.
I have a list of characters I want to see again. Definitely.
Yeah,
I
but
would love for
Kurt
them to
without
find a way to bring Kurt in. I just fucking love
Kurt
Kurt
without
Russell.
James. I don't know. And they recast the character of James Spader.
Yeah.
Before you guys move on too quickly, you were talking about Alien and you know Nadia, she's doing her, I think her first live watch of Alien ever. She's doing on her channel tomorrow, I believe.
She announced that. Yeah.
Yeah, 5
yeah, she's
p.m.
awesome, by the way. I love hanging out with her.
She's great. Yep, 100%. And she's like she loves horror stuff, and she not horror stuff, and yet she hasn't seen like so many of these key films. It blows my mind. But then you get to watch it with her, and I think that's pretty cool.
Zach, that's scary with me. What
Oh,
you just
really?
said. That is scary with me. Yeah.
Do you giggle?
I get to introduce her to stuff she's never seen before. She made it through Aliens, man.
Oh.
Barely.
Aliens or Alien?
Aliens.
Ooh, that's my favorite of the two.
Alien. I don't think she can do Alien.
Unpopular opinion.
Alien is the in my opinion the better film, but the more fun film is Aliens of the two, and I consider it the sequel that nearly surpassed the original.
It did for me.
This is
It
what
did for me.
Nadia and this is what Nadia Fanzine and I are doing on the last Thursday of the month, the 25th. We're going to be talking about the original Evil Dead, where Ash wasn't funny.
Right.
Which, it's what makes that movie funny is just the claymation shit that's in there. But I got to tell you, somebody says, "Oh, the movie wasn't scary to me." I said, "Did you watch it alone and in the dark? Try that, and then come back to me." And you're like, "Man, that's fucked up. That movie's fucked up." I went, "No kidding." I was also looking over my shoulder and shit, and went, "Told you."
Yes, join us.
Gets to you.
I have two different anecdotes about that movie.
Swallow your soul.
I wanted to say, like, okay, in case you don't know this, and you probably do, and you should, Gary has a ton of connections to these films that he knows people who worked on them. He has little details about the process of making them. And so if you're going to watch anyone review that show, watch Gary review that show.
Well, I will tell one quick story.
Paul G.
Because Sam Raimi he's done this a couple times. He's the one who brought back the term fake shimp. But he also did what's referred to as a shimp scene, which is a scene that was never filmed, but has gone down in folklore as having been done. It's happened to him at least twice. And the first time was when they were working on Evil Dead, and they're packing up to leave, and this local redneck was like, "Well, I want to be in your movie." And he's bugging him. "I want to be in, you put me in your movie." And he says, "All right." And he tells Bruce and Josh, "Get the equipment out. We're going to shoot a scene real quick." And they go and set up to shoot a scene, had whiteboards out, everything, and fucking redneck chickened out and left.
Wow.
Smart guy.
And the second time it happened, this was told to me by Bruce. He was like sitting right next to me in the car, and he's talking to this kid, the idiot in the back seat, who I told, just got to do me a solid and don't ask any stupid questions, please. The first thing he does in the car on the way to the convention is ask him a stupid fucking question. And the question was about the scene from, what's the Western that Sam Raimi did? I just forgot the name of it.
Oh, Quick and the Dead?
Quick and the Dead. In The Quick and the Dead, there's a
That
scene.
was him?
Yeah, Bruce is not in it. Bruce was there on the set. He was not in it. So he goes, you're in a scene that got cut out. And Josh, like, Bruce, like, look, man, I wasn't in this scene. That's all bullshit. There's no film in the camera. What happened was Pat Hingle was pissing and moaning to Sam because they're abusing his daughter and he's treating her like a whore, that he just wasn't going to protect her in some way when she was being assaulted in the bar. So to get Pat Hingle to shut the fuck up, Sam set up a ship scene where they would act like they're filming. And Bruce Campbell got dressed up in a cowboy suit, went in there, started pushing her around and grabbing on her. And Pat Hingle comes out there and lays him out on the bar floor and knocks him out. It was never filmed. There was no film in the camera. That's another fake ship scene.
That's awesome, actually.
That is said to exist, but doesn't exist and never existed because there was no film. And I get all these cool things. So I was friends with Josh Becker, who worked on all 3 of the Evil Dead films. And I'm also sort of friends with Bruce. I think he secretly hates me because I insulted him a couple of times. And then I said some shit to him one day because I got mad at him over Josh. And then I found out later that he'd actually helped him, and I just didn't know. So it felt that big. And it was like, I can't take that email back.
Well, I mean, if anyone hates you, they're not going to be secretive about it, right?
No, well, look,
there's no
Bruce
need.
Is very diplomatic. Bruce is very diplomatic.
Okay.
It's one thing I like about him. I mean, I like a lot of things about Bruce, but one of the things I like the most about him is how diplomatic he can be. Now, he can have an acerbic wit. That guy, I mean, I actually saw him in a con back in the early 90s, right before we became friendly. And he was answering questions there, people walking up to the little microphone and asking their question. One guy goes, this is like, how was this, 93? What year did Army of Darkness come out? 92, right? 91?
Army of Darkness came out 90. I thought it was 92, but I'd have to look that. Hold on.
Yeah, because then it was 93.
93, that's what I thought, but
yeah, so 93, he's at this convention up in Seattle and answering questions, and this one kid got up there and he goes, it's like Evil Dead is the first film, the second film is Evil Dead 2, and then the third film is supposed to be Evil Dead, but you had a studio problem. I get that, but I don't understand how they're connected. They're completely different, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, how do you explain that? And Bruce goes, well, I explain that by apparently that giant tumor in your brain.
92.
The guy delivers his line nothing like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He says, I don't have a tumor. He says, are you sure? You might want to get that checked because something's wrong up there. Bruce was such
have a question, boss.
Humor. Is it true, Pop Culture? Lee Anthony Davis said to me yesterday that you are a professional filmmaker. I have made film. I am what you would call an independent filmmaker. And but I discovered that I don't like actors. I have a problem with them. I have a very short temper with people, and that's why I don't teach. I didn't want to be a teacher because I don't want to browbeat some kids because they didn't fucking understand the simplest thing I just told them to do. I just decided not to follow that, and I do comic books and do my own graphic novel and tell stories that way. And George Lucas, I totally identify with George Lucas and his frustration with actors because, man, he made this statement back in 79 in an interview in a magazine. I can't remember what magazine it was. It was one of the sci-fi magazines at the time. And he said that he looks forward to the time, because this is coming, when we will have digital characters with digital voices and I won't have to work with live actors anymore. And he said it in a way that would be the greatest fucking thing that ever happened for him.
What do you think about that, Gary?
I have had problems in 2 areas with making film and being a drummer and keyboardist in rock bands. I've been the guy in the band that punched other people because I grew up in the punk era. And when you're in a punk band, you just kind of fight each other for who's going to do what and what you're going to play. And so I found the same problem I had with being in a band is the same problem I had with filmmaking. Is there are people I just don't fucking want to deal with. And you've got to deal with them. You have to be capable of dealing with them if you want to go that route. And I decided after I dropped out of film school, because you don't need film school to become a filmmaker. It's like ridiculous. I looked at like, nothing's going to help me with my career in this. You know, fuck, I already know how to use a camera. I know how to edit. Although I did learn professional editing on Avid in college, as well as working on a table. But the fact is I didn't want to become a filmmaker because it's too complicated, too time consuming, and too frustrating. Whereas I can just sit down, I have control. And I know a lot of film actors, and they sign likeness agreements with me, and I put them in my book. And it's like making a movie with actors that I don't have to fucking deal with. That's not going to argue with me over how a line is set. So there's my answer. I should have been a filmmaker, but couldn't stand actors, so I became a graphic novel artist to make my stories that way because they're very cinematic. If you look at Zach's, all these guys have seen my work.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've worked on a lot of books. I worked on A-Team, Army of Two. God, so many graphic novels. I got to do covers for G.I. Joe and shit like that. I did the ROM. I was one of the artists that worked on ROM crossover with Back to the Future for IDW.
Didn't you do the last cover for G.I. Joe before it switched over?
I was third from the last cover.
Oh, okay.
There was my cover, then another cover, and then Hama did a cover, and he fucking did what I did. And that pissed off a lot of people. It annoyed me a little bit because, you know, with Duke punching Cobra Commander like Captain America punching Adolf. And he did it one issue later. You know, skip an issue and go to the... but I got my cover. I was supposed to be a cover artist for G.I. Joe, and it's not a secret that the guy that took over didn't follow the orders that were left to him by Andy Schmidt, who went over to work for Hasbro. And he was the head of G.I. Joe Transformers for IDW. He's the one who hired me, got me vetted. I had to go through a process to get approved to do the covers. And then the guy took over and didn't like me because I was a veteran and I have conservative values. And he ghosted me, refused to talk to me, never responded to me once. Just heard on ABC World's News tonight, Alec B. case dismissed. That's vomitous. That guy just got away with manslaughter.
Yeah, you're right. He did, in my opinion, too.
Yeah, that sucks.
My opinion is different.
Briscoe County Jr., by the way, love that show. And what's so funny is Jeremy Roberts is in that. He played one of the brothers on the show that had problems with Briscoe. And about 3 years later, they make the movie Running Time, and Jeremy plays Bruce Campbell's best friend in it. And Bruce couldn't fucking remember him. Wow. I don't remember you at all. And Jeremy's a big dude. I'm like, how the fuck do you forget that guy? He's 6'4". Funny stuff.
Do you mind if I promote? Because I checked, and Nadia's show is not doesn't conflict with you guys at all. I'm gonna drop her a link in the chat here for her thing Saturday. This is her live watch. It's important to her, so and she's part of this channel, so I thought it'd be all right. So there it is, live watch with Nadia. Go check her out. It's a big show for her on Saturday at 5 p.m. my time, which is sometime your time, and it's after you got a 3 o'clock show, but it should be roughly okay.
Excellent. And by the way, we are going to do a very special Christmas event this year.
Oh, cool.
It's already scheduled. We're going to be doing Die Hard.
That's the one.
On what is that? Is it Saturday? I can't remember if it's a Saturday or Wednesday show, but we're going to be doing it. And I'm hoping to get a big panel because that is a huge film and it deserves some attention from all of us. I love that movie, Die Hard. And it is one of the, because like you can say that all you want to about Lethal Weapon, but you can't say it about Bruce Willis's Die Hard, that it is a Christmas movie. Whereas Lethal Weapon, even though Christmas plays a huge part in it, If you remove Christmas, the movie still works. If you remove Christmas from Die Hard, things are weird. Like, why is he there? What's going on? He's there for a Christmas party. And so many of this stuff is the gags that he pulls in the film are Christmas gags. And the soundtrack is populated by Christmas music on top of that.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie. It's one of the few I argue where actually is. Lethal Weapon is not. Because, like I said, if you take Christmas out of the movie, it's still a fucking great action film.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't lose no plot points, no elements within the story, nothing. So we lost to Anima. Because she's probably got to go to bed. Yeah, she said goodnight, guys. She's going to bed.
Sorry about that. Sorry, Anima. I jumped in here uninvited, but I just want to say hello
nice
and
to see you, dude. I love seeing you, man.
I will. I'd like to talk about some stuff later on if you had a chance. Not tonight, but for the weekend maybe.
Saturday's the only day. Sundays are bad because that's date night.
Totally stay away from date night.
Jack of all trades, but couldn't. Jack of all trades was not that great. It could have been better. Josh did his best on it as one of the directors, but there are problems. There are production problems I don't want to get into because then I might get in trouble because there are things that I know about that aren't publicly known.
No, not worth it.
And I always keep my word with people I'm friends with that I will never repeat shit they tell me. So, yeah. But there were problems in the production from the get-go. And part of the problem, I will say this, Rob Tapert was part of the problem. And it's because I don't know, man, he gets greedy. He's a weird dude, man. Weird fucking dude. Went fishing with Josh once, and they filmed the whole thing. Went fishing and sea fishing, ocean fishing out on saltwater. And he calls up Josh a few weeks later, says, let's go fishing again. He goes, I don't want to. He goes, why not? He goes, I'm not really into fishing. Oh, come on, go with me. And he goes, no, I don't like putting that hook through the minnows' heads. And Rob Tapert, quote unquote, said, but they like it.
The what?
Wow.
True quote. Rob Tapert. No shit, he said that to Josh. Josh told me he said that, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm not too worried about repeating shit like that. We knew about the comic book that Bruce was doing months before. I told Martin and Keith about it. We couldn't talk about it because if I said anything, Bruce would have known Josh had told me.
Right.
Pissed me off because we had a scoop, dude. Huge ass scoop, and I couldn't say a fucking thing. Sergeant Rock versus the Dead.
Ooh. That would be cool.
And couldn't say it came out earlier this year, didn't it? I think that already came out.
I have never heard of it.
We found out about it in November of last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I announced it in January. So I never got the scoop. Susan knew it too over at Rue Morgue magazine, who's a good friend of mine. She used to be part of Pop Culture Minefield until our producer insulted her.
Yeah.
And I couldn't mend fences. I was like, God damn it. We lost both. We lost our producer and Susan on the show. She was great. I loved the shit she would say. She's a writer over at Rue Morgue magazine. Great writer.
Yeah. She's good people. She's good people.
Yep. But anyway, we've gone over by 38 minutes. I think we could go ahead and end this shit now so you guys can go do something else. You know, I'm going to go watch porn. It's what I do. No, just kidding. I'm going to get back to work. I got a lot of art to do. I guess
black guy stuff to do.
I could do this one. Let's do a poll here. Before I leave, I'm going to let you guys listen to the first quarter of a song, 2 songs. And this is a funk version of my song, Fields of Fire. And you guys decide which one you like better, 1 or 2. So here's the first one. This is number 1. You decide if you like this or if you like the second song.
Do you want this? Do you want this? Is this what you want? Is this what you want? Do you need this? Do you need this? Is this what you need? Is this what you need? Only a wall between us. Do you feel my heat? Fires in the hallway, fires in the bed, fires at the windows and burning in my head. Fires in the ceiling, fires in the floor. Fire is consuming and knocking at my door. Burning these emotions in these fields of fire.
All right, that's the first one. And here comes the second one.
Do you want this? Do you want this? Is this what you want? Do you need this? Do you need this? Is this what you need? Only a wall between us. Do you feel my heat? Fires in the hallway, fires in the bed, fires at the windows and burning in my head. Fires in the ceiling, fires in the floor. Fire is consuming and knocking at my door. Burning these emotions. And afraid, dreaming and awake, I'll walk this path again. Oh, again. Do you feel this? Do you feel this? Is this?
The song was always written to be, because the original studio version I did, you can tell it's funk. I love horns. I like the heavy beats because that's what I played first. The first thing I ever played was jazz and funk, little blues. Mostly jazz and funk, and I love funk music. And so when I wrote it back in 2004, and if you have or ever buy my first album, it's available on iTunes and Amazon on MP3. Or you can even, I think you can even buy the song by itself. You can tell that it was very much an homage to classic funk. The first song I played is more of a synth 80s style. And the second one actually has horns on it. So I saw a lot of comments here. Before I get to them, here on the panel, Keith, which one did you pick? The first one or the second one?
Well, I picked both because I like them both. But I mean, if I had a gun to my head and I had to pick one, I'd go with the first one. But I like the second one just as much because. Wow. I mean, I like funk myself. So, first one.
So first one. B.A. Turner, welcome. How you doing? We're actually ending the show, but it's good to see you. Glad you were able to join. You can rewind and watch the whole show. Let's see. I prefer the first one. Penny's first one. Everybody likes the first one. The one with the synthesizer in it.
I liked the first one, and I had one already ready to go. And then the chat, and then I changed my mind. I like the second one.
The second one is mine. It's just my personal favorite because it's closer to the original version of the song. And I don't know what it is, man. I fucking love funk, dude. And that one really, I love. It's the same vocalist. It just, god damn, it sounds good. Hi, I'm late.
Yeah.
Wigan was going on a
Darren.
spree. Yeah, he's talking about the show now. Yeah. Yep. I like both versions, Martin says. But which one do you pick, Martin?
Cop out, Martin.
You gotta
Come on.
It depends on the mood that I am in the moment.
You said that earlier. It's a cop out. You got to pick one right now. You got to pick one.
No. Oh my goodness. At this moment, would be the first one.
The first one. So there you go. The first one won. It's I don't know. I'm probably going to do a bigger poll later because one of them will go on the finished album. I'm not sure. And the second one is referred to as the Kurt Bothell mix. So, because Kurt's responsible for it. Anyway, Zach, I appreciate you coming, man. And I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you picked like me. You picked mine.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Taste.
It's taste. I just love funk, man. And that second one's more, it's got some funk stink on it, man. Funk.
Yeah. It makes you want to roll the window down a little bit.
Yeah. Man, it's getting funky in here.
Yeah.
Funked up, man.
There you go.
Aaron Baker, like both of them, 9 out of 10. Thank you very much. And you gave a good score to the show, and I appreciate it. Martin Acosta-Santana, again, quoting me on things that I said that, and then taking them out of context. Not saying they're not true, though.
He's just trying to keep it real.
No.
No, it is not, Tim. We
There it
went
is.
3.5 hours one day. And I don't normally do that because I get tired after 2 hours of talking. But on Fridays, it's easier for me because I don't do all the talking now. And that makes me happy because then I have more energy to keep going.
There you go.
There you go.
Do a what's this? A bigger pull? Hey, what's 12 inches in white? Nothing. One guy told me that in the army. He walked up to me and he said, "Yo, kiss a man." Yeah, what? He goes, "What's 12 inches in white?" I said, "I don't know what." And he goes, "Nothing." I actually cracked up laughing. I thought that was funny as fuck. Yes. Normally we play a game called Would I Lie to You? But I don't know. I think I'll skip it today. We'll do it next week. But I'll tell a story, and you have to decide if it's a true story or a false story.
Will he tell us next week? Is the test too?
What's that?
That would be a lie. If you don't tell us next week, it's then a lie.
No.
Let's catch it.
Let's catch
next
it.
week.
I'm surprised Radioactive wasn't here today. We haven't seen him in a few days. Hope he's doing okay. Wade's here, though. Nope. You don't. Okay. I'll give you the back door. One back door. But you're not going to get a backdoor video. You're getting this video. We're out of here, guys. Thanks for popping in, Zax. And of course, I love my girlfriend.
Thanks for having me.
Anima. She's so awesome on the show. This is really her show now. I love that she's doing her thing, talking about stuff she loves to talk about. It's awesome. So we're out of here, guys. Everybody have a good Friday. Don't forget you got Friday Night Frolics with Doomcock. You've got Friday Night Tights with those guys. And no Loki show tonight, to my understanding, because he doesn't have power. And everybody say your prayers for him because they're going through a tough time down there. So everybody take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. Okay?